Once again this morning, coming off the back of, a pretty choppy performance yesterday for the market overall. Individual names, the place to be. Yeah, there's Tesla, huge move yesterday. We're trying to get back to the upside once again this morning. Semiconductors trying to lead once again this morning as well. Back in positive territory along with some of the big tech names. Powell back in Washington for the second day in a row coming up this morning at 10 o'clock. Once again, we'll see if that causes any significant volatility. We did get a big move higher initially on some comments from Fed Chair Powell in Congress yesterday. The market does reverse. If we flip over to the Qs, we did reverse, give some of that back throughout the remainder of the day. But that initial move to the upside on the back of some, kind of wishy-washy, for a lack of a better term, comments from Powell yesterday, I thought. Really no significant, direction or anything we hadn't heard yet. So I doubt we'll get anything here on day two.
Yeah, they try to press him with these political questions, Brendo, when he's on Capitol Hill. And, he never answers any of them, sticks to his mandate for full employment and stable prices. But yeah, yesterday he said, the best print that he saw, he's basically starting his analysis from April. That's what he likes. Prior to that, CPI was higher. We got a higher January print, February and March. April, he's like, so he's got a few under his belt here for possible, maybe fall cut. Who knows?
Yeah, it's still pricing in at least one, if not two. Who knows? I just realized we're wearing the same color shirt, so it was Blue Day. Well, kind of.
I didn't notice that.
It was Blue Day yesterday, but today's, what is this, olive?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll go with it. Army green.
Lots to discuss, though, as far as individual movers. NASDAQ leading right now. We're right back to basically the highs from yesterday morning on the Qs here. Most of that thanks to some strength in these. Yep, there's Nvidia, all-time highs. Once again, just doesn't stop. 1.9%. Huge move. This was another one yesterday. Huge move out of the gate initially, and then we give it all back, only to close back above that 131. So we'll see what happens here with Nvidia, TSM with some numbers this morning, but all of these showing all kinds of strength. Neil is away at an appointment this morning, but he'll be back. Obi's in his chair for the time being. Always good to have Obi with us. Good morning, guys.
Okay.
Good morning.
All right, what's up? You want to talk about Olive? I'm the only person here that didn't get the message. What's up, Obi?
What's going on?
I thought, last time me and you were together, we had our...
Yeah, I was like, we can't be matching every time.
Right. And then today we're like, let's just see if we could magically match again. But it's glad to have Obi back in the building again. Great to have Sharif and Brendo up there, Ramin, Fabian, Adara, and then Neil hopefully coming in this afternoon.
Yeah, he'll be here.
So there are torrential downpours right now in the GT.
Making it rain.
In the GTA. We'll see if we can make some other things rain today. Oh, yeah. Carvana is making it rain up to 131.5, up 4.5% today. I'm littered with tech names again one more time today. I think we had a great trade in Nike. I thought I saw you trading Nike yesterday too.
Yeah, I had the 74 failure to follow through, 73.80s, took it down. Yeah. Bigger picture. Well, look at what it did. Day one earnings.
I like it, man. No,
consolidation, breakdown, continuation.
We hit that. So we were looking for a short yesterday afternoon. Yep. So I was like, maybe the market breaks down, and we saw the 50 period, and we saw Nike, and then just to give you guys an idea. And it's funny because we had Brian Shannon on the after hours, and I talked to him about trading and what his style and what he looks like what it looks like for him in the pre-market. And he was like, he doesn't trade at all in the pre-market, and he'll wait for the best opportunities, and whenever they happen, past 9:30 is when he'll start to execute into trades. And I feel like that's been working for me lately as well, waiting for the best setups. And then yesterday, here we go on Nike. I just want to show everybody, looks like you were looking at it maybe a little bit more up here, but here's the 50 period moving average, and we were actually able to short it once it bounced into here I was up here actually, 72.90, this little bump right there, and then hit it down to the downside, playing that momentum back in. So yeah, what a great day I feel like today is going to be. Shout out to Chef Joe. Shout out to everybody that's out there trading Nvidia, trading Tesla to the long side again here. Tesla's up another 0.4%. Today, it's kind of with the market. The last couple of days, remember, Tesla was kind of opening up down and then started to get going. Like yesterday, we opened up down off of, what day is today? Wednesday. Off of Monday's close, we opened up down and then just kept going all day. And then I went home, of course, and was looking at volume and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, wait a second, this TSLA is one of the volume leaders here on the NASDAQ, and it's only $15, $16, and it's double the Tesla move. So just like sometimes we'll trade TQQ or SQQ, this is another name that I apologize. I think that they trade this a little bit on the midday, TSLL. Not anymore. Okay, so they trade NVDL, I think. Yeah, some trade some of those. Yeah, so anyways, I just want to talk about this name as well. I don't think I'll slip into it, but this is another one to look at if you're trading Tesla with Obi and I or with myself or whoever. TSLL. I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention because actually it was brought to mind last night. So there it is, man. Yeah, Nvidia is doing it again. Nvidia is my number one trade. Oh my God, it's already broke through 134. Yeah, I was really liking this 134 top right there from yesterday. We really, we traded this name. Yes, I mean this has been a great name to trade. What is the highs here for Nvidia? I think it's 140ish, right? So we still got a ways to go. You want to bet that it gets to 141 today? Let me ask this thing.
Today?
I'm not.
I mean,
if Neil was here, he would say no.
I will make. I guess I want to see what the current ATR is. We can make it.
People are like, "What is this guy doing?" This is an 8-ball, so I'm just going to. Will Nvidia get to 140? It's called content. Will Nvidia get to 141 today?
5.3 ATR, by the way.
5.3.
5.3 ATR. I say no.
Percent dollars.
Points.
That's right there.
Yeah, I mean it's at 34.
Where's Westermeyer, man? We need a new one of these.
It can get to 140. Maybe.
It's too bubbly.
145.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
Very doubtful.
Yeah, I'm slightly doubtful as well.
All right.
We'll see. I mean, if the market's super short, like look at this.
Look, if we go from 134 to 140, I think that's a win for Nvidia shareholders, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see if it's going on. What was your sorry?
No, I'm saying the market's super strong. Like we were just trading below 20,600.
Right.
Now look, we're blasting off 20,007. We're 30 points away, 40 points away from 20,800, which is pretty wild here. So something else I'm looking at here, Sean, is Starbucks. Look at this beautiful downtrend, multi-day, multi-week downtrend. This thing is breaking down. A very similar kind of, I guess, not really similar, but it's, I guess I would put it in the same basket as like the Nike trade. I'm just looking for a continuation fade, bigger picture. I guess runoff happening here in the Starbucks. So yeah, you can see that earnings consolidation, low earnings day one low, post earnings lows. They're right there. 71.80 is the low here, and we're kind of just trickling down into it. So I'm just going to be potentially looking for more of the same today, or if it does anything different. But it is doing some significant RVOL in the pre-market that it hasn't really done for a while here. So I'm just kind of it's perked my interest for sure this morning. I came up on a couple of scans as well. So Starbucks might be interesting.
25%.
I was just noticing this LGVN still going here, just popping up in front of me on a volume scanner. Almost $6 this morning on some Alzheimer's related headlines, but heavy volume you can see coming in behind this. $6 might come and go as we sit here and stare at Longeveron, guys. $18 million market cap, 4 million float on this. There it goes.
Do you see the short float on this? It's ridiculous. It's one of the highest ones I've ever seen. 60 some odd percent, Brendo. Yesterday, we were looking at this one yesterday on How to Trade Midday Show, and it's one of the largest short floats I've ever seen. It's not a small cap gapper, guys. It's a little bit bigger. It shows up a lot. This is one that's been a former runner. So definitely keep eyes on this one. Breaking through 6 here in the pre-market. Already up, Brendo, 117%.
Yeah, it's RMAT. They got an RMAT designation, which is Regenerative Medicine Advanced Therapy designation from the FDA on a Alzheimer's related treatment. So yeah, my chart can't even keep up, guys, with LGVN right now.
Yeah, look at this beautiful move. We talked about liquidity traps. Look at
so
bit of a trap.
Go ahead. Yeah.
No, go for it. Yeah, you were saying
on our and it's just a typo on our watch list. It says plus 9%, but it means plus 90%. So when I looked over at this thing, unless it was always obviously more than 9% here, but there it goes, man. And it's good news, just like Brendan and Sharif were saying there. Alzheimer's disease treatment. This is great. We like to see this stuff. We have a short flow written down here on the watch list of 47%. Sharif just mentioned 60%. Total float of only 4 million shares. So yeah, man. Wow. Okay. What am I doing here? And it's just funny that I just said that me and Brian were talking about not getting into position pre-market. Well, this trade was a pre-market gem all the way up through $7. This name is gone. I think this is something that we're going to have to look for pay for shorts here and trade this name. I don't want to go short. I just mean that, you want to have the flexibility and be able to, if you see something, punch short immediately to capture any of this. But wow, there goes Longeveron. And yeah, thanks for bringing it up, Brendo and Sharif, because this just dropped 20%. Like it was just at $7 right there. Sorry, 10% down 70 cents into 630 right there before bouncing back up. So yeah, we're going to have to watch out for this name. I would say buy dips. I mean, every single dip that's happened so far with these red candles have been followed by explosive moves back up to the upside on buys again. So look, the whole thing about a Longeveron or any stock like this, they're obviously with only 4 million shares outstanding. They are probably going to drop an offering at some point. We hope that doesn't happen while you're in it. But you always got to watch out for these stocks, which is why it's tough for me to trade multiple names and a name like this. But if your attention is somewhere, it looks like Longeveron today is probably the place to be as it comes back into $6 right now. Wow. Congrats to anybody that had this anywhere over the last anytime. I mean, basically, great move there for Longeveron. Obviously, this had a reverse split here to stay above $1, right? So it went from 40 cents back in March up to, looks like, $4, I guess. Then it got faded or whatever the split was. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know exactly. 1 to 10, okay. Because it shows it on. That's the best thing about TradingView and other stuff. We should have those split details on our charts. But anyways, 1 to 10, and there it goes. So yeah, liquidity sparse on Longeveron in the total share float, but it looks like it's going to be a very, very liquid name here today. Are you trade these names or?
Very enticing, to say the least. It is very, very attractive, but maybe I should. I don't know. I mean, look at the move is absolutely beautiful. Like, think about it. When the backside comes in on this move, like when I start seeing things go parabolic like this, I'm not gonna lie, I start drooling a little bit, which might not be the best reaction to have as trying to be like a emotionally sound trader, but I'm just like, the potential of the backside of this move is definitely there. But as of right now, this is 100% the front side. We just got some fresh news, 4.4 million float, and I have here, as I think Sharif said, 60-odd% short float, right? So yeah, 67.5 short float here. But something to note, we were talking about what do you call liquidity traps, right? So it's like, all right, we had strong volume in the beginning of June, and then we faded off quite significantly. We went all the way up to $4, come right down into $1.50 here, goes sideways, fails to follow through, and then all of a sudden this volume comes in on a 67% short float. Best believe some of this action is definitely squeezy, and yeah, it is coming in pretty hard here. But I don't want to get involved in the front side of the move there. Maybe I want to wait for more information to kind of be printed on the chart to really get involved on this. I guess I will ask for borrows. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but I don't know. I don't really. I haven't traded a small cap parabolic like runner in the longest time. I'm just stay a little away from.
Also looking at Carvana breaking out
4 million
as well today. So yeah, crazy name here. All right, let's go back over there. Nvidia making moves. I'm hearing Tesla making moves. I mean, it's going to be another day.
Yeah, VVPR I just heard popping up as well. 19 million shares already on that one. A few things on the calendar to note coming up later this morning, starting with 10 o'clock, the big one once again this morning. I don't know why my highlight has changed colors, but I'll figure that out. Fed Chair Powell, once again, day number 2 coming up at 10 o'clock. We'll also get wholesale inventories for May coming up at 10 o'clock. Energy data. It is Wednesday, I was going to say. 10:30 coming through on both sides of the spectrum. And then we have some debt auctions coming up later in the morning and afternoon, early afternoon. Bowman, Goolsby, and Cook, all with opinions then on what Powell's going to say this morning.
Why do we need so many Fed speakers on one day? Yeah, that's interesting. I want to show the yields here. Even though the 10-year and the 2-year are not down all that much, the 2-year is down about half a percentage point. It's coming into that 4.5 area where it found support last time, and that's been kind of the line in the sand since at least the early spring. The 10-year obviously continuing to make lower lows, so we'll have to watch yields today. They'll be in play, as there'll be a lot of Fed talk, obviously.
We should feel bad, or a little bit bad anyways, for Jeff Bezos today. He's down to a mere 9% ownership in Amazon after selling, I think it was $5 billion or so worth of shares. So Amazon not really doing much this morning. But
look at the guys talk about that 200 accumulation. It's been a while now at that 200, a little bit above, a little bit below. You feel like something's going to happen here.
Maybe he was selling above it for weeks and weeks and weeks. But yeah, only 9% guys left for Bezos.
Yeah, no, he's definitely selling above that 200.
Yeah, I mean, did you want to talk about that? I know you have some thoughts.
I know there's been some filings that were made, and I again, even from last week, I've been kind of observing the held offer, right? I'm just like, oh, there's a held offer. It's very unusual. It's not even budging. What's going on here? I'm a little confused about it. And these filings start coming out. It's like, that's his $5 billion order. He's selling at the 20, whatever is it? Like he sold, I think he sold 50,000 shares at like 201 and some change, and then a whole bunch more at just shy of under a mil, I think. I got to check the filing again. Just above 200, like 204s and 200 and some more change there. So yeah, every time it kind of has been getting up there, it just gets slammed right back down. I think what he's as per the filings that I was looking at yesterday, I sent you a link as well.
Yep, I saw that. Yep.
He has he's finished about 20% of the order roughly.
Yeah, I
right?
tweeted it.
There's still a good chunk, at least more than half, that still needs to be dealt with or still needs to be reported. Or whatnot, but yeah, definitely held offer at 200 on Amazon. Very, very obvious. It's been there for a couple of weeks. Been a little bit more distinct prior week and this week. But yeah, there you go, right there. That's the one I was looking at right there.
So it says right here, Jeff Bezos filed for a sale of 4.3 million shares. This is what it looks like. These are some of the prices: 3 million, 1 million, 5 million. Look at the price. 1 cent.
Yeah, his
long at 1 cent,
basis.
out at
yeah, look,
200.
see, like 207, 232, yep. And I'm like, okay, there was a reserve at 07s, there was a reserve at 04s. I'm like thinking about, all right, so these are probably people who have been given the task of dealing with his shares, right? Because I'm sure it's not Bezos sitting behind a screen being like, I want to sell here.
I wonder what his middle name is. P. Peter?
Jeffrey P. Bezos. Interesting. I don't know.
Anyways, there it goes. So yeah, it's on there. Go find it. It's on my Twitter. It's sent to me by Obi. There it is. So we'll go.
Preston.
Oh, you Googled it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can get anything off
Preston.
Google. You can get everything off that internet machine, hey?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I'm really glad that Al Gore exists, because without him, we probably wouldn't even have the internet. But the other thing here is we just took out, so we went long some 30s, out 50 here on Longeveron. So we already got in and out, trying to buy this only out of 1/3. Let's see if Longeveron wants to keep going. We just took 20 cents, I know. 20 cents is nothing on this name. I just wanted to get a piece out. We'll see if it comes back up here, hopefully break 7. I have no more offers. Let's see what happens with Longeveron. I feel like we want to get out at 5, so that'll be bad if we get hit on this one. But again, not a big piece of the pie in right now on Longeveron, especially in the pre-market here. This thing could get rinsed out. So I'm not long here any sort of real consideration. Let's just watch this thing. If it gets back into 5, maybe we'll look at that for a little bit of a reload or something. But right now, Longeveron looks like it wants to go to the downside. But we did get some out there. Here it is. Watch out for this break. I'm going to start bidding something around 5. Look for like a 450 out if we're wrong. Just playing with small money here. See if we can go buy a coffee. Back over to the desk.
He built it. He might as well enjoy it.
There you go.
Yeah, I keep seeing this VVPR, Vivo Power, another one doing things here this morning. $5 was a little bit of a level. I haven't read too much into this yet, but just popping back up once again, $4.75, $5, another little one trying to run today.
Yeah, and this one is 1.5 million share float, guys. Very small, so be careful with this one. Absolutely could squeeze. It already got into that 570 area. It moved yesterday, though. You can see at 420, that's when we got that big move in the aftermarket. A lot of these ones move in the pre and in the aftermarket because of the lack of the halt parameter. Anyway, it got from that 260, broke 3, and we continued right at 4 a.m. Trying to hold VWAP right now, Brent.
Yeah, it looks like they extended their debt facility, so nothing major on Vivo Power. Just seeing as well, Fed's Powell submits identical prepared remarks from yesterday. So get ready to hear the exact same thing as we heard yesterday today from Jerome Powell.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't really looking for a reversion yesterday, but I did know he was speaking. Let's see what he said. But if he's going to be saying more of the same, then I'm not really. We'll see. We'll see how it kind of affects the markets here.
Well, yesterday we had a rally in the banks,
Okay.
so I was thinking that, and I actually said this, and I didn't put it on today, which is kind of silly, that we would look at, and again, it's because there's not too much volume here, that we would look at some bank stocks here in the pre-market. The one that I was looking at was Citigroup because we just broke out basically yesterday from this high of $65. I really, I don't think we're going to dip into 65 by any stretch today, but again, if you're going to look at the 200 period, or sorry, the 50 period moving average that we really like to look at on the 20-minute, that's back here to 65.80. So feel like you could get some love here as he talks in front of that Senate Bank Committee. We talked about that yesterday. So I do like Citigroup to continue on a second, third day move, breaking basically through the $65 level. So that's something that we'll look at. I think if you like it, what's wrong with buying 67s? I think you can do that. JP Morgan, the best of the best as far as everything is concerned, market cap, performance, really. That's still the Citigroup chart.
Wow.
I wanted to show you that it's not. What are you looking at? XLF.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was like. That is a clean
so this still
chart.
It's
Holy.
all these banks look really good, man. I mean, there's 210 here on JP Morgan. So the reason why I like Citi better is it's broken above and could continue. You could get some resistance up here. Remember, earnings for JP Morgan, Citigroup, they're all coming in 2 days, right? So Friday morning. So you have 2 more days of trade on these names. I don't know if this is set up properly into earnings, to be honest with you. Normally, you don't like to see a stock at highs come into earnings because then they're expecting the best. And a little bit of a miss sends this thing down. This is their last earnings report. So look how similar it looks, right? Breaking out, trying to hit the tops, then the earnings report comes, and you get a nice $20 flush down. So from 200 down to 180 last earnings report for JP Morgan. So I could see something similar for that. Look for some past support. So maybe 190, 195 on a miss. But for right now, banks in focus, but not much volume here this morning. 6,000 shares on JP Morgan. Hard to get a read, but I know we like the longs on the banks. Just not sure about it heading into earnings on Friday. Kind of a stay away, but good talk there on banks and Powell. You like XLF?
Yeah, no, it's. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Yeah, I know earnings season is about to kick off in full force at the end of the week here, and yeah, XLF banks being some of the first ones. I think DAL is tomorrow. Yes, okay. Thank you, Adara. Yeah, tomorrow DAL.
Delta kicks it off tomorrow.
Yeah, Delta takes off tomorrow, banks on Friday as well. But yeah, look at this clean trend, absolutely beautiful on XLF. Looking obviously very similar to some of its constituents, some of the banks like BAC, JPM as well. But yeah, no, XLF, I might be keeping a watch on that. If we're going to do more of the same here, take a look at the hourly. We are making higher highs, slowly but steadily, higher lows as well over the past roughly since, I guess, what is this, middle of June? Yeah, definitely middle of June here. Found a base at 40, prior support as well. Kind of higher lows overall in the bigger picture chart as well. So yeah, I'll be looking for this 42 if it'll come in on XLF. Let's see if we can get a continuation of the bid. We did pull back end of day, not heavily, but we did kind of break trend and pull back a nice 30 pennies here from 42 to 41.72. So if we can get back up here, I'll definitely be a little interested on that. But yeah, thanks for bringing that to my attention. That's okay. Going to be added to my in playlist. What's going on, Adara?
2 interesting upgrades here coming from Needham here. We have Carvana up about 4% with his buy rating $160 price target. We also have Apple getting a $260 price target. So Needham here with Carvana and Apple upgrades. Illumina getting an upgrade from Citigroup, and TD Cowen here giving price target increases to Meta here from 530 to 600. saying that they are curious to see what their AI features will bring for the company. They also gave price target increases to Google and Amazon. The downgrade side, Nomura giving a downgrade to Supermicro with a $930 price target. That one trading a bit lower. Spotify getting this downgrade here and $230 price target from Redbird Atlantic. MasterCard getting a downgrade from BofA Securities. And last but not least, Helen of Troy, they reported yesterday a bit of an earnings disappointment, getting a downgrade from D.A. Davidson to end the list, guys.
Okay.
All right, so I have Carvana. I have Carvana written down today on the sticky note. So we're doing a little something different with this, not something different with this name, but sometimes we don't have names like this written down on there. But I like CVNA here today, possible 132 breakout, obviously, right now on news too. So we wrote it down. We also like the 22% short flow plus a dip buy opportunity into 126. So if you want a little bit more explanation and have a look at those, go over and find that at Trader TV. Sean, right now, yesterday's close is 126. I always hear the professor talking about closing prices, so we'll see if we can, respect that. If we can get a dip into like 127, 128. We also have the 200 period that I really love too there. So that's 127. I don't know if Carvana is dipping down to there. Probably not. With 100,000 shares done today, decent volume, up for, again, the news. Apparently now used cars are going to qualify for the tax credit, the EV, some sort of a tax credit, I guess up to $4,000. Plus Carvana gets upgraded today. So yeah, I really, I like it. I like the gap up here. Whenever there's a gap, we always like to say play back to VWAP. So we'll see where that opens up right here. Obviously it's going to be high rate, into rate now, but looks like it's going to be 131 and that's where we are. So let's wait to see what happens with Carvana. I kind of like that break. We've bounced off of 132 a couple times. You do have up here some kind of support. It looks like at 131. Now that we've broken above it, 130.50. I think this is a trade today, man, and I think it's worth taking a 132 break. So we're still in Longeveron. That dipped around. We're now 10 cents in the money on that again. But for right now, Carvana, I like the long. I just don't know. And it's just funny that we talked about trading in the pre-market yesterday on the After Hours show. Just seeing if Carvana is on here because Carvana is a New York stock. So I actually hadn't looked at this yet. Wow, CMG, another sell. Goes in line with your Starbucks call there as retail and some of the consumer names like McDonald's, CMG, Starbucks, probably restaurant brands. We'll check those guys out with Tim Hortons and Popeyes. But there it is, CMG with the sell. Nothing on Carvana. So for me, I like Carvana to the downside there today. I know it's going to be on probably our rundown at some point, but I like Carvana.
Yeah, no, on the downgrade side, this morning, a couple of these tickers came up on my scan as well, again, doing some relative volume. MasterCard and Visa. So MasterCard was the one with a bit of a downgrade. You can see it's kind of had a little bit of a quadunk off of the 4 a.m. open down to some of these prior lows here. I also like Visa as well. So slightly lower price, roughly about half the price there, and already testing some of its support lows. Already traded below it a little bit there. 260.61 is the low. So I just want to take a look at a higher frame here and see what levels we might have in store. Wow, take a look at this, Sean. This is yearly. Are these yearly lows? Not just yet, but we are pretty close. Like we break some of these prices down here. 256. We're about like 4 or 5 points away from that there, and yeah. So if we kind of break that, we're already breaking down on this. So a little bit of a trend happening. Okay, well that did not go as I liked it to, but yeah, you get what I mean. A little bit of a downtrend happening here. Let's see where some of these downgrades take Visa and MasterCard. So I'll definitely be watching some of those. Not the top ideas there. Again, my top ideas I've already kind of mentioned: Amazon, Nike, Starbucks, and anything else that may fall into our lap if it kind of is in line with the playbook. That's what I'll be watching for as well today. Yeah.
Domestic, though. All right, 9 o'clock. Let's get going into look at the overall market here. A lot to cover on the individual side of things as well.
56.31, guys. That's where we closed off yesterday on the ES September contract. We're still looking at that 56.50 as that resistance level. It's a blue sky setup. We've never been up there. 46 is the overnight high. To the downside, let's see if we can defend that 25-point level. We defended it yesterday. Let's see if we can do it today.
All right, trying to make it a couple days in a row here. Strength coming through. Did that not work? There we Maybe I hit it twice. Go to the website, tradertv.live, wait for the pop-up, enter your email address, and then you get the watch list from us absolutely free every single day. We'll talk about semiconductors here. I mean, there's TSM specific news today in this group, but I mean, they're all so strong. This is Nvidia right now, almost 2%. Just failed, however, at 134 there. It's trying to consolidate just below it. But yeah, huge move yesterday. This thing was pretty wild. It comes all the way back to red. And then we end the day back in positive territory. But I mean, the streak and the trend definitely intact here.
Yeah, unbelievable. Nvidia was so strong in the pre-market, looking to break that 135. But it was Taiwan Semiconductor that reported overnight, and they make chips for all the big names. Nvidia, AMD, even Intel, who's trying to get into the foundry business. A 32% year-over-year increase in revenue, really driven here by booming demand for AI. They also look to expand. There's a lot of capital expenditure. They want to open up plants in the United States to kind of de-risk a little bit from Taiwan, Brenda.
Past few days have been pretty similar here, right out of the gate. It's made that same kind of move at the open here for 2 days in a row, straight higher, and then gives it all back. So we're pushing towards that high right now for Nvidia.
Revenue growing, trillions. Calculations from Reuters estimates, of course, Chinese Q revenue grew 32% year over year for Taiwan Semi. Wow. Okay, so look, just to talk about TSM. TSM there, its 52-week high is 192.80 made yesterday, I guess, right? Or 2 days ago, sorry, for Taiwan Semi, 192.50 right into there. It looks like it wants to take that out again, up 2.5%. I would actually fade that level. That is 190, what I just said it anyways, 192.80, sorry. So yeah, I mean, good report here, obviously. Nice move to the upside, you know, well extended out here. Yeah. Under expectations, right? I think it was 7% expected move there, only up 2 and a bit. So to me, that's a little bit of a stay away here for TSM. I like the stock, don't love it, don't really ever trade it. So I'm going to go over to names that we trade all the time with Nvidia. We don't have we're doing the rundown now, right? Is that what we're doing? Not that it's not up. I just want to make sure that Nvidia is not going to be the very next story or anything right here. But right now, look, this has been, I like that one. There it is right there. Okay, good. So semis. All right. So look, on the sticky note, I have 134 break. It looks like that 134 is going to be a very, very key level. Now that we've broken above it, it's not the break excitement that I like to play, especially off open, because you could get a 134 break and this thing just rips to that 137, 138 level and decides about its all-time high at 141 again. You know, so for me, for Nvidia right now, look, the market's not doing anything except for holding highs. So I feel like you got to try to play it. The high is 140.76 on Nvidia today. I feel like you do got to play fades back to VWAP. I mean, we really like those trades. When you're upside and you're looking for something to do, you play that VWAP, right? Yesterday on Tesla was a very, very similar trade. Let me explain this to you. And I want to say a big shout out to Brian Shannon, who we talked about this trade with him yesterday, and he was just giving a lot of credit, and it means a lot because a guy that's been in this game for 30 plus years, talking about the trades that he saw me put on, and all of us put on. He watches Trader TV. Look at these pullbacks into VWAP here for Tesla yesterday. We were long here, and then we had also this 260 break. So we are long, and then long. So we waited for that move up and then played the dip back in. So I'm just thinking that for Nvidia, possibly. You hit page back, supposed to go to the last symbol, but there's Nvidia. So I'm kind of thinking of the same similar play. If we could fade back anywhere into VWAP at whatever it is at that time, I think we'll try to take some long. So for right now, what I wrote down was 134. We like that long for sure, but it's already broken. So now I feel like let it either settle down, right? I mean, Nvidia even there yesterday, you know, here's the move down into the open, and then it got going about 9:33. So I guess it wasn't too soon after, but boom. Right there, nice move, right? And so I'll wait for a pullback for NVDA, but definitely a name that I want to go long. You go short this name today, anywhere ahead of 140. I think that's the play. I would not be shorting like 136, 135, anything like that. I really like the long here for NVIDIA. And for me, it's about finding those dip buy opportunities now, or maybe a break of whatever the high happens to be. So let's wait for NVIDIA's strength. I like that. I'll look at AMD as well. But for me right now, all my focus is going to be on NVDA. It's only longs, buying 132 if we get that opportunity, and then most likely any VWAP dip buys off open.
Yeah, I like the look on that Nvidia as well. TSM, something to note here. I'm noticing all-time highs were tested this Monday, 192.80.
Yeah.
The week open at 190. We are trading at 189 on this off of these earnings. A little bit of a gap up as well, happening on not only just TSM but Nvidia as well. A couple other chips as well, and on the semiconductor ETF SMH. Looking very similar as well, but yeah, no, 192.80. Look at that, the opening range high there off of Monday, week high as well. We're kind of knocking on the door of that consolidation that we made earlier on this week. The week goes red to green above 190, so definitely something to be watching out for. Again, I didn't realize that they did earnings. How's it going, Randy? I am good for now. Thank you very much.
All right, well then, cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
Come on, Sheree.
There it is.
It is.
Raining today.
Ooh.
How was your drive
bit of
in?
a
Did
drizzle.
you leave earlier or was it? Yeah, take that mic up.
I left early, but got here a little bit late. It is what it is. It's damp.
Yeah, pretty damn. So the traffic was fine because you left earlier. Yeah, same.
Hello, Barrel, or
Same with
the
me.
remnants of
Yeah.
Barrel. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, barrel. Yeah, yesterday I called it burl, but it's barrel.
Barrel.
Yeah, it's supposed to be raining all day today, and then we'll see what happens moving forward. But Randy, thank you so much for the coffee. I'm glad the espresso machine is back working now.
Me
We
too.
got that email yesterday. And no listeria, apparently. Did
No.
you put almond milk in this?
I did.
You did?
Smell you later.
I said maybe if I get sick, then I'll take a couple of days off. But all right, he likes the brown shirt. Yeah, look at us. We all you kind of got a little bit of brown action going on there.
Plaid thing going.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh. How's my Tesla doing?
Your Tesla, eh?
Tesla?
It's doing great. We actually were just talking.
Whoa.
Wow. Good thing you have a good complexion there, Randy. Yeah, so Tesla just kind of flat right now. Actually, with the market, 0.38 market, 0.38 Tesla. We'll see what it does. I have this on the sticky note again today to go long. I like this 263 breakout. We are going to talk about it maybe. At some point, maybe not, but I do like Tesla. Has to be on the radar. My number one stock the last 2 days, Randy, so thanks for giving some confidence in trying to go long here. We're going to trade it. It's Tesla, and I did get some out. I got out of about 8%, which is kind of random, of my position yesterday on Tesla for the long-term holdings.
Here we go.
I like to move up. Might as well take advantage of it. All right, let's go back over there. Were you done? I know that Randy sort of just came in. So. All right, let's go back over and talk about big tech. I like it. Semis lead. Big tech strong. Crypto bounce. Carvana upgrade. China weakness. Let's go find out what big tech strong means.
Everything just goes up, except for China. Yeah. Google, I mean all of them, pick one. They're all higher once again this morning. We had a bit of a reversal in Alphabet yesterday. Kind of looks like Nvidia's chart tagged that recent high and then just went straight down all day. I mean, there's nothing significant as far as headlines on these. The trend well intact here for Apple. I mean, even Microsoft I was noticing a little bit weak yesterday, but bouncing back today. Meta back to the upside here in the pre-market this morning as well.
Yeah, like you said, just price target upgrades, nothing really novel here. TD Cowen with 3 different comments on Meta, Google, and Amazon. Price target upgrades on all 3. Needham upgrading Apple. We'll start with that one first. Needham maintaining their buy rating on Apple, boosting the price target from 220 to 260. Again, though, there is some commentary there. They want Apple to focus more on advertising, talking about 70 to 80% gross margins for there. Alphabet gets the nod from TD Cowen, a boost from 200 to 220. Likewise, here with Meta getting the boost to $600. That's up from 530. And Amazon as well, Brendo, up from 225 to 245.
Yeah, there was that note last week as well on the OpenAI board monitoring person swap. So Apple gets Microsoft's seat on OpenAI's board. Not that that matters, but anyway.
So I'm on the AMD tip right now. AMD is absolutely ripping like crazy. So AMD just made an acquisition. I have this here on Benzinga. We'll show this now, Benzinga Pro. We are very, very pleased with them here. AMD shares are trading higher after the company announced the acquisition of Solo AI. Solo AI is Europe's largest private AI lab. Only for $665 million. That seems pretty cheap to me. Enhances open source AI software. So the software is the piece that AMD is missing. That's the piece that Nvidia really hits on. So AI, efficient training and inference on AMD platforms. That's exactly what they need. I mean, you know, I'm not an analyst for these guys, but this is what I've been reading. Strengthens AI capabilities as world-class scientists and engineers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so there it goes right now. It is an upside move for AMD, and I just want to talk about it because there it goes. Now it's just matching. You'd be like, oh my God, AMD is just blasting off. It's not even up as much as Nvidia is on the day, but there is the news. Thanks to Chris in the chat, brought that to our attention. So did many others, but there goes AMD right now through 180. Now, on acquisitions like this, most of the time the acquiring company actually goes down, but that doesn't seem like it's very expensive, $600 million. And whenever you're talking about AI and you're AMD and you're basically right at the center of AI, it's probably a good thing. We saw Apple buy a little small AI company here from Waterloo just a couple months ago. That didn't really affect their stock. That was a little bit of a lesser deal than this. But there it goes, AMD, nice move up to the upside right here, and just bouncing off of key levels again, 184. I bet you this one hits 184 today, and I'm not even going to ask the 8-ball that because they disappointed last time. But there it is. Look at that, 184. It just the reason why I remember this level is it's been an area, right? You get this garbage out of here to the downside, which isn't garbage, it's just a huge move up. If you could break this area right here, 184, then it's blast off. Definitely for AMD. Great news there. Bouncing off the 200 period. I like the stock. So AMD qualifies as big tech, right? So right there, big tech strong, AMD big stronger right now. So I don't know. The only other name you have, what are you going to talk about?
I'm watching. I'm kind of in this AMD right now. It's like I like this breakout. It's doing the volume. It has a catalyst. Let's go pre-market trade. 181 coming in. 180 is a breakout from yesterday. It wicked that 180. We're breaking out with expanding volume and RVol on AMD. Let's see how far we can go. I'm curious to see whether that 184 comes in, but that 180 was looking quite enticing, and I took a little bit of a piece there. Let's see if that 181 comes in. But yeah, no, big tech definitely strong like bull, and you can see that Apple here as well, kind of pushing its all-time highs in the pre-market, pretty much printing all-time highs almost every day for the past couple of weeks there, so or past a week or so. And 230 will definitely be an interesting level there that I have. Again, AMZN pretty strong. Here's that 181. Sean, we're in a dollar winner in the pre-market.
You are. That's
damn. Trade is a trade though. We're looking for 184. Let's see if we can get there.
You're looking for 184? Yeah, man. Obi is back in the building, baby. And you could just see the different style of you know, an Obi versus a Neil versus a me versus all this. And I think that's what the best part about what we do around here is, right? Is that
baby, let's go. That's some nice tape. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little excited.
No. It's great, man. Yeah. This is the kind of trades we're looking for, right, Obi? So a great job there. Play momentum.
I like intraday catalysts are by far, I think.
Obi is mad hyped. People are saying. They don't see you this excited, and I'm glad that you're here, man. I'm glad you're sort of feeling some of these vibes there. So great
vibes are definitely here. Yes.
Great there. Great trade there. Obi, yeah, congratulations. Did you talk about Apple? I thought you were going to talk about Apple.
No, I was just like, it's pretty strong all-time highs, 230 pre-market highs as well.
The reason why I wanted to bring that up as well, because I'm with you on that, man. I think a 230 break could be something there. It is a name that we do have on the stick, you know, and I know it's an obvious one because it's Apple. But I also wrote down here that if we did get along, I do like, again, this 228. I mean, 228 basically held all afternoon. So if the market's going to be up today and we have some AI love again in this market, why not Apple, right? I think Apple's biggest move is AI, right? We have the super cycle coming. It's going to be AI based. So there it goes. Nice upside move for Apple today. But again, under the market, but not worried about it. We'll wait for some more imbalances. Let's go back over to the desk and talk about crypto.
Yeah, we're just reading a little bit more about this Silo AI. They actually announced a deal with Google back in June. putting they have a product called Viking was available on Google Cloud going back to June. But yeah, huge European footprint for Silo AI as well, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, big customers here, Brendo. Allianz, Philips, Rolls-Royce, Unilever, all clients of Silo. The deal is supposed to be an all-cash deal to the tune of $665 million, so no AMD shares included here. And it's supposed to be one of Europe's biggest large language model creators. They're training it on one of the biggest AI data centers out in Europe. So we'll have to see how this does, but it looks like they're coming at it from a software side here.
Yeah, I was just reading as well. It's the third AI software related acquisition that AMD has made so far this year. By far the biggest though, the other two, 100 million or less. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that's not worth more than 600. All right, let's go. That's Bitcoin right now, trying to make it 3 days in a row back higher here. There wasn't much to do as far as individual names were concerned yesterday, but overall still positive.
Yeah, we saw yesterday, we reported that there was a net inflows into the ETFs on Monday. Today, we get more news that the German government is going to be selling more of the BTC that it seized. So the German government has quite a bit Bitcoin that they seized from criminal activity. They're still holding 18,860 Bitcoins, but they did offload 5,100 and looking to actually drop a little bit more, 15% drop, and that's causing some downward pressure on the price.
I saw somebody wrote a headline this morning on that story saying Germany is no longer a Bitcoin billionaire.
I guess not.
Or Germany.
Poor Germany. Okay, yeah, poor Germany. They lost actually to, was it Spain or France or England or something? Spain, yeah, Spain. Good job. Shout out to Yanni behind us there for Spain yesterday. Big win against, by the way, that guy, 16 years old. Goal there. That's pretty amazing.
Oh, wow.
Right there. And then also, throw up some love for Canada. They did lose 2-0 yesterday, of course, to Argentina in the Copa semis. But that's amazing. We've never even scored a goal in that tournament before. We made it all the way to the semifinals. So a big shout out there to Canada and to Soccer Nation. And hopefully we can get a little bit more support. They were talking about that here in Canada for soccer heading into the 2026 World Cup, where Obi will be at those games. It's here in Toronto.
Oh, yeah, for
some of those games. Yeah, good luck getting a ticket there, by the way. I mean, if you get one, let me know. But there it is right now. Look, Bitcoin's had a nice little run for sure. The last couple of days, we've had 4 of the last 5 days have been up candles here. This is just a daily chart for BTC. So it looks like we need to get above 59 to 60. But the real breakout's going to have to be here 64 if we get back up to the upside. So let's sort of put this back in, maybe do a 15-minute chart to see if we were trading Bitcoin today, what we'd want to look at. There's that marker that we just talked about, 59.5, getting up to 60. We got there overnight, basically at our night market over here at midnight. And then it just got hit back down. This line right here, though, that we have is, it looks like it is a 25 moving average. I don't know, but it seems to want to like it, whatever it is right now. This is not my chart. This is Binance's. But anyways, 58, 57. We talked about that yesterday. We never really got going, but still a nice little trend to the upside, a pullback. I think this looks pretty healthy. Dip buys into 57,000 if you're trading Bitcoin. I like that. Obviously, there's many different things that we can trade here, including Mara. We looked at that. The big one for everybody, I think. You guys let me know if there's another ETF, maybe in the chat that you guys like to look at, that Neil or I or Obi or whoever's on the desk can analyze for you. But I think IBIT is one of the better ones, volume-wise, and just the way it moves, especially with the levels. Easy to get in and out of, lots of liquidity. 32.75. For IBIT is a level. So we can look at that, and then you want to hold it until it breaks maybe this 32.50, 32.40 downside. So, yeah, good name here to trade. I think Bitcoin could be on the way back up. It's nice to see Ethereum back to 31. You can see we have the markers down here, 31 and 58. The trade to make for Ethereum would just be ETHE for me. Again, decent liquidity over here on the OTC markets. It's really the only ETF you can trade for this for now until those come to market. And when they come to market, I expect a little bit of a sell-off in this space, but again, seems to be holding. You're going to get dip buy opportunities. I don't know. I said a comment about 3 weeks ago, and people in the back kind of grunted and groaned on it because I don't know if they agreed with me, but I said if the NASDAQ ever collapses here, Bitcoin is going to absolutely tank. And I mean, Bitcoin already tanked with the market staying high. And that was on that Mt. Gox, right? Apparently. So what if the NASDAQ gives it up? I don't know if we hold that 54 again. But the Nasdaq's not doing that, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Nice to see Ethereum. Remember, the all-time high is about 41-ish, 4,080, something like that, 4,100. So we still have a little ways to go to get back for Ethereum if you're trading anything. And I know some of the traders that we've had on, including Michael Noss and Brian Shannon and Chris Brecher, and many different traders, all like to look at ETH a little bit more than BTC right now. So,
yeah, no, I think I like that look as well. ETH. Definitely, I guess, much more preferred product by myself in terms of I guess even short-term intraday trading, swing trading as well. But no, Bitcoin can definitely, I think, like, yeah, we took a little bit of a pullback down to 54s, and then we're taking a little bit of a bounce, about 4K back up. What is that in terms of percentage on Bitcoin? Again, just underneath 10%, right? You get a you got to remember, so it's like, yeah, just underneath, just in and around that 10% bounce there. I'm seeing, yeah, because we went down to 53.5, I guess. Yeah, we went down to 53.550 there on the lows, recent lows here. We're trading at 58 right now. But no, I think you're definitely right. If the market comes in, this definitely has a lot of room to come to the downside here. To be honest, like I'm looking to buy dips as well, and I'm looking for strong dips to kind of come in here. But no, I was talking to Wayne about this yesterday as well. He's like, this cycle is not done just yet. So yeah, we have yet to see. But that 54 does seem interesting. Most recent low here. But I think, yeah, you're definitely right. If the market pulls in, that 54 might go a little bye-bye. So going to be on watch. IBIT, Mora, again. I think some of these tickers are moving around in the pre-market off of this move here, but nothing too crazy. Let's see what Coinbase is up to. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Still within the weekly range here on some of these crypto names, so maybe not the main focus.
You and a lot of other people, apparently. Yeah. We were just talking about Carvana. CVNA, a huge move here this morning, 4+% already, back above 130 and holding. Needham with a positive note, upgrading. Carvana, 160 on the PT.
Huge. And it's not just a PT upgrade, it's a move up from hold to buy. Yeah, so this is the bull case for Carvana as stated by Needham. Carvana's digital-first, data-driven, vertically integrated model disrupts traditional car detailing. Carvana offers more compelling buying experience for customers, and this is the one that really stood out to me here. They're buying the auction companies, ADESA, as well as these other ones, to be able to get the car from the source, Brendo, to obviously have more pricing power. If you zoom out a little bit, this is a weekly chart on CVNA. If anyone hasn't gone through this exercise, please take some time and do so, because this thing is just unreal. The 380 high going back to pandemic days. September of 2021, I still see about 11-ish% on the short side for CVNA. So that has come down a bit.
All right, so I know that Brendan sees 11 or so percent, and we talked about having some difference on Longevron and things like that. We have 22 or so on trade ideas. I wrote that down, so it's going to be still a decent short float. And it's good that Brendan brought that up, because it's funny that you're almost halfway back. I mean, this stock was $2. It went from $3.80 to $2. $380 to $2. Carvana, okay? Oh, yeah. So, you know, when you're looking at these names, you got to be a little careful and understand that, hey, with news, maybe this thing pops even more today. So I actually wrote this down as a number 2 idea here for this ticket. Go find it at Trader TV, Sean. I like the 126 if we fade back. We could fade. But again, sort of new rules now. Some of the used cars can get that EV incentive, so I like that. They're a big EV, obviously, company. Used car company with Carvana. Upgraded today. Kind of pulling at straws, trying to think that maybe we get to 135. I would say that's the high. If you can get long, you want to take something out in and around 135. But it also would not surprise me if we break this and this thing's up 10% today. So I definitely want to be in this name. I'm looking at a 132 break. It's getting close now. I was hoping that the imbalances would cause some sort of an action here for Carvana, but it's not on here at all. And with low summer trading, I don't expect to see too many imbalances, but we could get going once the market opens. So I'll take a 132 break. I mean, the dip buy is 130. But I don't know if we want to stand there and buy that, because if you're wrong, then you are going to get crushed. Because I feel like 128 might be where it stops at the 200 or 126. So I'm going to go long 132. I don't have the order in yet. We still have 7 minutes to go, but I like that trade. I like the break long with news, with short float, and upgraded. So yeah, Carvana has the catalyst. It has the tendencies to break higher. Basing out here on the daily, you know, definitely some consolidation levels here in between 120 and 130. So I really think that you're about to pop here on CVNA. So yeah, 4% doesn't seem like that much these days, does it, Obi? Let's see if we get a little bit higher on that one. Good job getting some out in that AMD on that top side.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like attempting to churn it a little bit. It's holding its anchored quite well. I got some more. In, some here. But yeah, definitely not enough on the initial entry, which is something I do have to work on there. And here it comes in to its anchored. But yeah, no, I agree on that Carvana. Something else for more confluence for the long there is that we have curled quite a bit, and we're in an uptrend for pretty much all of this year. Prior month high coming in at 136.92, trading about just roughly about 4 or 5 points away from that price right there. So yeah, let's see if Carvana is going to push up on some of that catalyst here. Was on my scans this morning. Again, doing significant RVol in the pre-market here on Carvana. So definitely going to be on watch. Let's see what it has.
All right, let's go to Chinese ADRs. Big day yesterday for all of these to the upside. We're reversing a little bit here. There's Alibaba downside this morning. JD downside this morning a little bit. PDD looking similar. Some of the EVs also under a little bit of pressure this morning. NIO was red, but has since gone back to the upside. Baidu led the charge yesterday. Is trying to do so once again this morning here.
Yeah, up a nice 3% in the pre here, Brendo, on the back of the robo-taxi. Everyone trying to get in on this name before Tesla announces what they've got planned next month. So here's a look. The stock jumped up 10% on the Hang Seng overnight. Really what they're looking at doing here is expanding their robotaxi operations, which they already have in Shanghai and some other cities. They're going to now bring it to Beijing. It allows them basically to run multiple, about 1,000 units, and each one has to have a driver in it though, Brendo, but looking to showcase what they've got.
Yeah. It says negative on our watch list, but just be aware, Baidu, obviously, making it 2 in a row here to the upside today, guys.
I'll have to look at Baidu, because whenever I hear about Chinese ADRs, I just sort of, or I guess names, we just look at Alibaba, and it doesn't have a huge imbalance at all. But yesterday we put the long down on the sticky note at 73.50. It only dipped down to 73.80. Right there, but it was the 200 period hold for this name. But today you're dipping back in a little bit, so that's a little interesting. Let's see if we can get, if the market falls here, I do like Alibaba into some of those levels. So I still think that 75 area could probably be bought up. That little dip down into 74 at 90 shouldn't scare you. That could possibly be your out area if you do trade Alibaba long in and around 75, which is not going to be on my radar early, but looking to see if we can hold that level if that's the case, and I think we bump up there, especially because it was VWAP yesterday. I like this level, $74, $75, $74.80, $75 for Alibaba on that one. But as Brendan said, the name that people are going to look at here again is Baidu. And it's kind of cool that it's right at that $100 mark. So again, nice moves off there, but you know, I mean, you're really just fighting this trend if you go long. Obviously, we've had a nice move up. You're hitting the 50 period here on the daily today, and that's still at that $100 mark. So I still want to be short, even though you're up 3%. I'd say short until you break 100 on Baidu. It's pretty simple. Other Chinese ADRs are down. Baidu's up. Market up, but this is China. So for me, I'm shorting Baidu until we break 100, which might happen right away. So I like the short in Baidu just because it's a key level. But if you're a long trader, you got to love that $100 break as well long. So I would say you get out of it immediately if you're stuck. But right now with the spread being 50 cents, it's a stay away play for me on Baidu. I'm going to look at Nvidia's right at that 134 right now. Tesla's pulling back a little bit on nothing right now. So just be careful with some of these trades as the imbalances have hit. And I just meant to show them to you. There's basically nothing here on the imbalances. There's Nvidia with a little small sell. It's laughing at that right now with 100,000 shares being a sell side. Not much else happening. There's Alibaba, some banks, but not too much here on that. Longeveron, we're still in until it breaks 5. We talked about that. So Nvidia to the races. You still have AMD?
A little
Any
bit,
thoughts on China?
Not really. I'm just like, I pulled up PDD, Baba, and Baidu there. So I think Baidu just, again, it says China weakness, but look at what Baidu did yesterday and what it's doing this morning as well. Not really looking similar on the PDD or Baba, but Baidu might be a decent look here. Maybe looking for a potential continuation if that bid is very, very strong and it continues today. Look at that volume coming into some of these breaks as well. So let's take a quick look at the weekly here. Okay, so a little bit of a trend, a ranging trend happening here on Baidu on the weekly, and it seems like we are attempting to push the higher end of that range trend, I guess. So could be on watch.
I guess we're pretty much done right now. Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, yeah, no wonder why we're
left.
done. We are almost ready to go with the countdown. Adara will be on the countdown in only 20 seconds. So I'm looking for dip buys in Nvidia. We have 133.50. We're looking at that. Tesla's coming down to 262. We're looking at that. And then both of our friends, apparently recently, Amazon is hovering around that $200 mark. We will see if Mr. Bezos continues to sell with only 3, 2, and 1. All right, here we
let's
go.
See what AMD does
market
with this
now open.
180 mark here. So we're flushing down a little bit right off the bat. VWAP I have at 179.50s, and we slam right down into VWAP as well. So, okay, so let's see if we can catch a little bit of a bid here, or we get crushed. So 180, we saw what it did with it yesterday. Oh, slams right back up. Bidding up 50 pennies almost instantly off of that VWAP. Oh boy, here it goes. 181 on the horizon. 180.60s printing as of right now. Let's see. We were talking about that 183, nice 184 there, Sean. So yeah, I kind of had my finger on the trigger right there just to kind of potentially get out, but I should have had it the other way to get more in at that VWAP as that VWAP holds and then rips right back up through 180. Let's see if we can break some of these pre-market highs here. Again, fresh catalyst. Prior days, there's 300 lots right there at 181. Gets taken right away. 181 gets taken, and then we kind of pull back a little bit here. So let's see if we kind of continue this move. Market's still chopping around. It's only been 1 minute since the open there, Sean. This is absolutely wild. Let's see if this catalyst can take us even higher on AMD.
Yeah, so I'm long. I punched long.
Big tech strong.
Yeah, I punched long there on AMD to see what happens. So we are long rate. I mean, we're long worse than you. We're long at 181 right now, but it doesn't seem like it wants to go too far past this level. So I will put a stop right now at like 179. If we break below, right, wherever that VWAP is right now is around 180. So if we can break below that, let's just get out of the trade, because there's a little bit, whoopsies. There's the flush back down. That flush pretty good for us back down there. So we do get out at that 180. So we'll stop a fail on that early. We did go long there, and it did blow up sort of in our face. And we talked about trying to wait for some patience in some of these plays, and we do not do that at all there, as we wind up getting out pretty good. I mean, not a great price, 179.70 there out. So we take a little bit of a hit there. We're not trying to get into too many shares straight off the open, but there goes AMD. Well worth looking at with the volume there volatile today on AMD. Is Apple doing anything? We're watching out for the market here because it is pulling back. So, Apple does take 230, then pulls back down as well. 230.08 was the high there for Apple. That might be worth taking again, but wow, we got to think about this. AMD is really coming in now. 178, maybe worth a shot here as someone's slamming this thing to the downside. We'll try to buy some 178s.
Yeah, it's. I'm looking at some of these pre-market highs right there. So yeah, this is super volatile here. Kind of ripping, getting smashed into the bid, and then we have extreme kind of like wipes back up as well, 50 to 60 pennies sometimes. It seems, I guess 30 to 60 pennies sometimes there. And there's that 179 once again. So let's see if we can get back up to towards that VWAP here. VWAP at 179.55. So we're knocking on the door of that as of right now there. Those were aggressive sells that just came in, Sean. That was pretty wild there. So yeah, that 180 getting smashed a little bit there.
I'm feeling kind of ways not getting long there. I tried to get long down there, and I was bidding 178, and unfortunately, I didn't do it early enough. But we have another one on right now. It's Apple, so we're long Apple right here at 14s. That's a nice trade. That's breaking through 230 right now. So we'll see. Little stupid play though on AMD, man. We should not have we should not have punched that high. We got excited there trying to break 181 again there to the upside. It's like all the trades that we sort of fail on are ones that we take real super early. So we got to watch out for that. We talked about making that mistake the other day. And then we had Brian on yesterday, and he's like, yeah, I don't take anything in the pre-market. I'm like, yeah, maybe we should be a little more patient. But there it comes again. Another move down in here for AMD, touching 177.75 right now. We are longer right now and not liking life right now on AMD.
Yeah, no, again, that aggressive push into the bid gets bought up a couple of times already with a 50-cent pop. So I'm like, I'm risking wide off of this action here. Kind of, again, finger on the trigger right there. Ultimate out kind of being some of those pre-market levels, and we are getting bought right back up into 179. So let's see if some of this kind of strength continues, or we push right back down and the strength of the selling continues. But the market is coming down quite aggressively here. Right back in, we were talking about that 20,600. We're trading above that 20,700 as of right now. So pretty exciting times here, Sean, as the market's kind of pressing all-time highs, right? We know the Spider's been doing that as well. Spider all-time highs yesterday. It printed it at 557.38, so that's pretty interesting. Softy to the downside, Apple to the upside. That 230 break coming in real hot. Google pushing up to the upside as well. Nvidia taking a little bit of a pullback. Again, with some of these chips here. So let's see SMH. Yeah, a little bit of a pullback on SMH as well here. AMD still holding some of these pre-market levels. So let's see. I got to be a little bit patient for this price action to kind of settle down here. Baidu to the upside, I guess. 98s, opens around 98s. It's printing 100 as of right now on Baidu.
Yeah, we're not... I'm not overly pleased here, unfortunately, and which kind of sucks. I like being pleased. But yeah, no, AMD. So we were able to get some out there. It ripped back up. We got some 179s out there. We did buy this dip. This is the better play. I mean, we should have just, if we were patient, if we were patient, we could have done better. And we could have waited for these prices, but instead we got excited to the upside. It's a good thing we were able to get
Look
some
at the market
out, but that's the other call. The market right now is failing. So we're still long Apple. Let's take advantage of that if that's at highs for some reason. So there goes Apple, man. I mean, spin it for Apple, but definitely not for your boy here on AMD. But Apple right now is 60 cents in the money, and we'll watch to see what does happen here with Advanced Micro Devices. I'm going to get out at this 177.50 break. That's basically been the bottom. I'd hate to take out the bottom again, but we got to get out at some spot. If it does come in. We do have more Longeveron right now. We just got that fill as it does make that move back in sort of to that VWAP. So we took the long, and now let's see if it holds. I'm more concerned. I'm not really concerned with Apple. We're kind of in and out of that one right now. We still have about 30 to 40% of Apple, but it's AMD right here that I'm just going to keep putting some offers in and around like 70s, 80s up here to see if we can get a little bit of a push higher on this. I still have a decent position. It's not a huge amount of shares or anything, but enough to lose my day early on AMD. So yeah, not good. Not overly excited about that trade there. Really like that we went over to Apple. Again, another name that we had on our sticky note. And if we just follow our rules, Apple 230 break, we took it, and it is fantastic. And here goes AMD back up to the upside. So we're making a little bit back right now. Yep.
Yeah, a little bit of a VWAP test. VWAP I have at 179.29. We are attempting to push 179s once again. Again, market very, very strong to the downside here as of right now, flushing, giving back some of its gains. And there is some aggression on AMD here, tape speed increasing there, lots of mid prints, and the ask getting printed there for a second. So looking a little bit different from what we were doing in the slams that came right off of the open there. So I'm questioning how strong of a bid are we going to have off of this pre-market, some of these pre-market levels. And we're coming right back into that 178 pretty aggressively once again as well. So that's looking like it's not going to be that great right now.
Damn, Daniel. Yeah, this is not looking great at all there. But we were able to get, again, we got more out. Like, it's when you're looking at these symbols, you gotta, when you're popping up here, man, we just got another out there at we talked about that, 179.90, or sorry, 178.90 on that play. So yeah, so far, so not so good. here for AMD, and Apple makes that move back. Let's look for other names then, right? We talked about the banks. We wanted to have a quick look over there. I still don't want to leave everything alone, but Apple's right there right now. We still are in this LGVN. It doesn't seem to want to do too much, so that's kind of sucky for us right now on LGVN. But again, not bad, just not great. Now Citigroup not doing anything, so we'll look at that. Here's LGVN. I don't know. We're trying to hold out here. We'll see if it breaks a little bit lower. My stop is breaking through 450. I just want to give this one a little bit more room than maybe we normally do there, LGVN. Waiting for AMD, waiting for Apple. Anything else? You're only in AMD. We can check out for Amazon right now.
Yeah.
I always want to look at this.
At that 200.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. We do know that there is the big catalyst behind this, and that is the sale with Mr. Bezos. All right, so Tesla, and you see again, we got excited. I'm always going to be rethinking about like plays that we've made and why did we make them and things like that, right? And I just think that you do have a call here with AMD. And it's just like we got excited. We saw some news. This wasn't even really on our radar. We went over to it. I know this guy nailed it early with Obi here. That was a great trade. But, you know, getting excited with it a little bit too early and blasting out that top really is going to turn out to be the sort of the sour spot of the morning. Let's see if it can come back upside right now and see if we can make a little bit back. I do like getting something out there, 179.30. So here it comes. We'll put an offer out right here. There we go. We got 12s actually right there. So we'll take an out as it's trying to battle back. So I like the trade. Don't love the trade down here right now. Let's see if it can continue to hold that 178 area. But we are getting more and more out, as you guys can see.
Yeah, it seems like VWAP is holding well as of right now. But that bid is coming back in a little bit as well. Again, look at the bid coming back in on the markets as well. So the 15-minute candle wicking pretty strong here. So we got about, I guess, just 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the 15-minute candle here. And yeah, tape looking a little distinctly different here off of that 178 coming into that VWAP 179.20s, knocking on the door of 179 over and over again. Amazon still at that 200 mark, so I'm going to be waiting and watching there. Wow, look at that bottom wick on the 15-minute candle on the NQ here. So yeah, I guess chips are taking a little bit of a run here. Where's Nvidia here? Okay, so Nvidia, yeah, I guess Nvidia's popping right back up. 133 is SMCI, a little bit of a flush. We know that they had a bit of a downgrade this morning, and TSM selling off as well. Intel is the only one that's holding a little bit of strength here on the day. But yeah, no, not really watching too much else. I was watching Nike. I just pulled it up. Nike did a strong move right off of the open there, down to not 170, down to 72.03 day low as of right now, and then rips right back up about 60 pennies. Yeah, see roughly 60 pennies there, back towards those highs. It was doing a little bit of RVOL in the pre-market, nothing too crazy, still in and around that 1 times RVOL. Let's see, VWAP selling seems like it's a little bit dominant as of right now on AMD. Again, with the market pulling up, I'm just going to hold on to this one a little bit longer here. Let's see if we can break back through that VWAP there. Opening price 179.99, and it is technically a bit of a gap on that catalyst there, and we're holding some of those reference prices as of right now from when that catalyst did come out. So again, giving it a little bit wider risk. Not the best entries here, but I guess the idea is to look for that potential break back through 180 and maybe above that pre-market high. But let's see if this trend kind of breaks there. I'm definitely going to be getting a lot more here on this ticker.
We're getting some broken back trends right now with LGVN. Those of you guys that were trading that one, that was up high early and down late. Right now, it's not late. It's only 9:42, but watch out. We just tried to break 5, and we actually did break it, but then it bought back up. I do have an offer right now to get something out for flat in and around 550. If we can get a piece out, that'd be great. But LGVN right now, volume picking up, but look, man, they're all red candles. So we're going to get out on a 450 break and just kind of be like, you know, we tried it. I thought a fade back into VWAP would be something that we like. We've looked at this trade before, and we like those kind of setups, so I don't have a problem doing it. It just sucks that it's not working out right now. Oh, and what doesn't suck is this move back upside. So there we go. It takes them out on AMD. I got to take advantage of that. Back up. Hey, look, it's a $1 winner, but I'm not going to spin it because we already lost $1 early by going long. So that kind of sucks for me there on AMD. But hey, man, sucky is again in the eye of the beholder because it's a pretty good trade to make it back, and we'll spin. What's wrong with my voice? Some money here on Apple as it goes to 231, and that's about $1, about 80 cents right now. See if we can get back up. It just did break 231 again right there. Oh yeah, Obi. All of a sudden, from like sad face Sean to a little happy face right now as we come back upside right now. Let's take advantage of that at 70 now for that and see if we can make an out here on, yes sir, drop down a little bit of money because we're making some back right now. And I'm glad that you're able to hold that and not be an idiot like me and punch the top at 181 that first time.
Yeah, no, the opening price at that 180, man. Nice long there.
By the way, Nvidia's now printing as well.
Yeah, we're getting a bit. Look at the bottom wick. Look at the bottom wick on this market. 180 breaking right back through pre-market high. 181. All right, I'm over. 68 right here on AMD. Let's see how she goes here. 181. 180's holding. Remember prior day high as well. Back through open. Is decent as well, holding that price reference as of right now. I have 179.99 as the opening price. Beautiful. Nice trade.
Are you kidding me, dude?
What's happening? Bang, bang.
No, nothing.
I need to get on this.
The idea, yeah, you can hit. I mean,
game, yeah.
Hey, dude, you're the one, man. You're the trophy guy. The thing is that okay? So we went into Nvidia. So again, the only trade. So we'll be red on AMD right now, but man, are we printing everywhere else, guys? Sans Longeveron, that one's been a nightmare as well. But Nvidia's a good one here. We're only 50 cents in the money there. We're 80 cents in the money on Apple. So basically the two ideas that we wrote down here, the two number, oh God, we forgot about CVNA. What am I even doing? Is that through 132 is the question? Because if it, all right.
Boom, boom. All
right. So the thing is that it broke 132 right there, but then it came back in. So this would have been a tough trade to hold. I'm not so upset that we missed this 132 break long. But as you guys know, I said 132 break long. We actually wrote it down, goes right to 135, and that's right where it is right now. But that was a bad trade, I would think. Well, I wasn't in it. If anybody in the chat was in this, it looks like it broke it early, came all the way back 130. So that's $2. You probably don't hold that. It goes all the way down to 129.50 right there off the open. But I guess that second break, right? That's the one that would have really worked right now. All right, now we are now 250 in the money on AMD, and that is singing. We can hit the official dollar club. Thank you, Sharif. We can hit the official dollar club right now because there goes Nvidia on a real-time trade as that hits 134. So yeah, buddy, we're all over it right now. Stocks are my friend once again. They weren't early though. There, you know, this is like a love-hate relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so AMD pushing that 180. Let's see, if 180.50 is holding as of right now, we're about a point away from those pre-market highs. That strength really coming in. I got to clean up some of these entries here. I'm going to give it down to the reference price. I need to get a lot more down here. I am risking a lot on the initial entries, but again, I gotta do better with some of these some of my execution strategy here on the right side. Like this is kind of a hot pile of garbage, in my opinion, in terms of my own executions. But anything here on the right side of the V, definitely I got to be getting a lot more there. Yeah. I pieced off some of my more worse shares there, but I got a little lucky on this move. 181 incoming, about 200 lots I'm seeing there. As of right now, only about 10 pennies, 15 pennies away from that 181. Again, that strength coming in real hot. Prior day 180, we saw what AMD did. That 180 was slammed down into. We traded lower, but bigger picture, AMD has been trending up, right? So we are in a technical breakout for I guess earlier on this week, for the past 3 days, we broke out of that 174 and change, and we are continuing to see some strength. Again, now catalyst driven, so a little bit of support from some catalysts definitely can give some more oomph. What am I talking about, you may ask? Let's go to a higher time frame and look at AMD here as it kind of pushes into that 181 area there. So I did get rid of my worst shares. So average 179.50 is not too bad. I like that a little bit better than what I had before. As of right now, for that 180 potentially coming in again, 181.68 pre-market high, but let's go to a higher
come on,
time frame here
LGVN.
on the weekly so I can show you guys what I am potentially looking at here. So look at this on the weekly. So this is a weekly breakout. Let's get some of that noise out of the way here. We don't need a VWAP on the weekly, but take a look at this consolidation for over 11 weeks, and we start breaking out of this 11-week kind of sideways, 10-week kind of sideways consolidation at the beginning of the week, and we're getting that continuation as of right now. 181, only about 20 pennies away. That wasn't some aggressive. Wow. Okay, so some more aggression there to the upside.
Go, buddy.
181.68 is the high. Why don't I have more, Sean? I did have what
Why
I
am I long at
wanted,
178?
but yeah, you're still long at 178?
Yeah, 178.20.
Oh.
No, but it's just the
Boy,
same thing
that
as
is a
you said.
beautiful
It's like,
entry.
why do we not
See,
have?
I need to learn from you. That's a sniper
you do not.
entry because I'm kind of getting in on the way down and on the way up. I'm buying every price here in that reference range of that catalyst coming in. Here comes pre-market highs. Oh boy, are we going to get a little bit of a squeezer here?
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Holy. I'm not even. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's let it run. Let's see. Let's let it ride. All right.
Hey, people in the
182 is incoming with 500 lots on the ask. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
there,
go,
Sean.
go,
What
go.
are people in the chat saying? I don't know. But
No,
the tape
people are
is
saying they
definitely
really
talking
love
to me.
they love the team. They love me and you trading here. They love that we're looking at these names. They love that we're bringing the fire. And I love trading with Obi as well, man. We're really happy. We got a great team here at Trader TV Live. Let's go, Obi. I don't know if you like hot dogs or not, but today is one of those days.
go.
We are now $4
in the money. I gotta
money
catch up,
on
dude.
AMD. Let's go, man. We've got Obi behind us. We're bringing the heat today, man. This is
It
what we're
is
doing.
all the way
We've got
up.
$1 in the money on Apple. We've got $1 in the money on Nvidia. We've got $4 in the money on AMD, and Longeveron is not doing that much. But here we go, Longeveron.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is the excitement that we have.
182 sprinting.
You know-
We might even get to that 183. Let's take a look at what that 183 kind of. You know
boy.
what? Dude, why am I not? Oh boy. Oh boy. Definitely an oh boy moment. The market is breaking highs. I'm staring so hard at this tape. I'm not even watching the market over here on my screen. It's right there. Why do I have so many screens to observe multiple things at once, and I'm not even effectively using it? But that 181.68 pre-market high coming right back in for a pullback. 182 sprinting as of right now as well. I pieced some off along the way there. Maybe not the best decisions. Again, not making the best decisions off the bat. So I do have to kind of, again, clean that up a little bit. I have, again, we're on a journey. We're still learning. Got to stay calm.
Nah. You are on a
Gotta
journey,
stay
but
poised.
you're making good calls, man.
Got to stay poised.
Do not.
I gotta get over the thing where I'm like, oh, I'm in the mindset where I'm like, I am buying this price range. Sure, you can have that idea. This is me talking to myself. Sure, you can have that idea, but get in on the right side of the move, dude. Don't get in as it's like, slamming down. You don't know, I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know if it was gonna break down that pre-market lows there at 177, but I was like, yeah, my stop is at 177. And I'm buying up everything that catalyst kind of brought in there. Again, bigger picture trend trade, and it happened to work out. I got a little bit lucky there, but I still, I guess I have a calculator here that kind of uses like daily ATR, kind of similar to this calculator here. Here we go. 182 halves, Sean. Are you still
1970.
holding?
Am I still holding?
Oh boy. That 183 coming in real hot right now. Prior weekly highs, what do you got for me here? What is that? Prior weekly highs, 187.24. No way. Okay, all right. I don't know. What's the ATR on this thing? I should probably know that if I'm in the ticker. I think
you don't need to worry
it's
about
around
ATRs. ATR is overrated.
5 or 6 points. Yeah, okay, 6.2. Yeah, 6.2 is the current, 14 period ATR, and we've done 178, 179, 180. We've done over 4 points, over 5 points if we continue to push on this move here. AMD super, super strong. One of the catalysts. Again, we talk about some of our top plays in the morning session there, and I was like, okay, I want to trade potentially some Nike, some Starbucks, some Amazon, and then Buddy comes out with a catalyst, immediately putting itself to the top of the list. I am saying I am risking the most on this ticker. I am trying to stay involved, get involved.
Too much.
Fresh catalyst, trend trade. Here we go. 183 is potentially coming in. Only about 30 pennies here as we're knocking on the door of 182.70 a quarter. Can we hold that last quarter? All right.
All right, just quickly here, I want to say what up to Jacob Street here. JS Cobbs STR. Sean making me wish I traded the opens. Nah, I mean, I like trading the open as well, but I just wanted to say, this is wild, man. These markets are wild. There's going to be lots of opportunities to trade here. So I don't want to say, nah, don't trade the open. We love the opens, but they can be pretty violent. It's nice to have this $5 winner. There's no doubt about that, but it's not nice to have that right there. But congratulations, Obi. We're putting damage on the board here, man. I don't know. We need to have a name.
Not enough. That's not even our final form, dude.
Dude, this is the thing. You know what? Honestly, I'm glad to be trading with you because this is the kind of mentality that we need, right? I always say that too. It's not enough. We're never enough. And if you're ever satisfied, right? Exactly. All right, Adara, kill him.
Thank you so much to our sponsors at Benzinga. Ever wonder how the pros find those winning trades right at the opening bell? Most of us are scrambling to find headlines, finding ourselves behind the move. But that's where Benzinga Pro comes in. It's the fastest way to trade the news with exclusive alerts up to 30 minutes before other traders, real-time market insights, and a thriving community of over 6,000 traders sharing their strategies. And right now, you can try Benzinga Pro for the lowest price we offer during our July 4th sale. Use the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description box and join Benzinga Pro today.
Leveled up a lot, dude. Right now, there it is. Right now, I'm just telling Obi he's leveled up. You might have heard that right now. Boom, 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 boom. Right now, Obi, it is Apple, and it is a great trade idea that we had again, man. I mean, you want to talk about pumping out information for everybody. I mean, we have Apple right here, 230 break long. We have Nvidia 132 dip buys. I mean, these trades are hot fire. We don't have AMD anywhere on here. We will be red on one name today, and it will be AMD. I'm still going to be red on it because we got hit on that high side, and then we got some out. I mean, it's all good. We won't be that red on it, but we will be red. Look at Longeveron. We held this for a Longeveron time, but right now it is trying to get back to the upside right now. And we are flat on this name. It did take a minute to get there, but right now 540 is where we're at. So we're waiting for this one, Obi, and we will see if we are able to get some out. And by the way,
you still got that $1.78. God damn.
$5 now in the money on this one as we bring hopefully some good trades, some good vibes, some good talk here today as we wish Neil the best as he gets MRI results. And unfortunately, when Neil will be back
this afternoon,
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. He'll be back this afternoon, and then we'll have to, unfortunately, say goodbye to you. But you'll be here. You'll be here. No, I don't mean goodbye like in that sense. You're not going anywhere.
184 is almost coming in, by the way.
So
every 30, 40 cent dip keeps getting bought up. Like, I'm like, why am I not buying it up on the way there? Because again, I don't want to mess up my average. But buddy, take the trade. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
I love how you call yourself buddy. That is
I know.
great.
Sometimes I talk in third person to myself. I'm just like, yeah, you gotta.
So we've made back a lot of money. We were down a lot, and we were able to make that back there. So that was actually helped us out and is a great call. The only thing here about this 184, remember you and I talked about this.
Yeah,
if you can
there, dude.
Yeah, exactly. If you can come over to this screen right here quickly, there it is. This is that 184 level. So Obi, I ask you this.
What's up?
You've been upset not taking longs on dip buys. Is this a break long for you?
See, that's exactly what I'm thinking, right? So it's like, yeah, you go on the daily, look at that strong flush that we had on, April 4th, 24, that strong red day, right? We are breaking past that price, so another reason definitely to get involved. Again, that would be a trade in itself. So yeah, I think so. But again, I'm gonna be waiting for dips because like this is an aggressive trend to the upside here. And again, I want to kind of just just chill, just let it cook. And look for strong reasons to get out. Again, I'm not even holding a significant portion anymore of what I had initially, and that's my issue right now. Is like that's where I got to get gooder there. 78 lots on the bid for the first time. Let's see if it kind of gets snapped or slapped there, snapping the bid there at that 78. So yeah, it did get filled. What is that? 40 thou at 73. Okay, no, that was a long time ago. All right, we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. So maybe okay, you know what? Oh, well, that is not what I wanted to do. All right, you know what? I will get out of that. Okay, cool, thank you. I took more instead of getting in, so I'm glad I did that. That dropped pretty aggressively back below that 183. I was like, I would try to get out there and almost hit. I did double up, which was not a good execution. Yeah, I'm out because I'm like, the tape looks distinctly different. We might pull back, and it is pulling back right now. So let's see how far it pulls back, and maybe I can get involved once again. Again, pre-market high at that 181.60. Volatile is AMD right now, definitely to the upside and to the downside. So let's see, that was an aggressive bid, 178 to 184s, doing over an ATR and now taking a little bit of a pullback. So let's see if we can get a bit of reversion to VWAP here. Again, now that we've come out the open there, I have both the anchored off of this event and the daily anchored kind of merging as that volume kind of stabilizes that indicator, I guess, a little bit here. So these pullbacks into 182s, 182 halves are holding as of right now. But yeah, no, a little bit of a trouble area, right? We talk about that prior resistance area at just right here at that 183. And yeah, I was like, well, there was size there as well. Here, I'm going to pull over my my book here. Look at that, 40,000 shares on an K's and EdgeX. Yeah, K's and EdgeX there, 40,000 shares on a lit gate right at 183. So definitely a level of interest there on AMD as again, Block Boys are partying for sure. 183 coming right back in, 183 halves
Where did you
as
get
of
out?
right now. I got out right here, 183 halves, 183.20s actually.
just got out too.
Nice.
183.50.
I mean,
All right.
that pullback was bought up pretty aggressively.
Okay,
so we
put
might
it
just
to
go.
the double screen. Obi.
Yo,
Double screen.
nice trade. Boom.
All right. We're here, baby. Great trade, Obi. Really happy to have made that with you there as well. As we get that 200 period moving average. I mean, this is and people saying what a picture perfect trade on AMD that basically that both of us had. And I mean, this is the perfect pullback into 178 into the 200 period moving average. So I mean, hopefully you guys are rocking with us because now you're rocking with the best of us, and you're about to get some ADR right now at 10 o'clock.
Wholesale inventories month over month for the month of May coming exactly in line with expectations, 0.6% versus the consensus and forecast of 0.6%, though these numbers are above the previous number of 0.1% here. We also got wholesale inventories month over month revised here, also in line at 0.6%. So no surprise there with economic data as the SPY continues to climb higher here, trying to make new highs of day here, up about 0.3% right now. Is the market. We do have Fed Chair Jerome Powell set to testify for his second day. Yesterday, testifying in front of the Senate Banking Committee. Today, the House Financial Services Committee should begin any moment now, so we'll let you know when we get any updates from Jerome Powell there. Some stocks to look at here include Carvana, holding up nicely here, up 7%, getting an upgrade to a buy rating from hold by Needham with a $160 price target. We also have here Baidu. This one pulling back a little bit here. It's still up about 3% on the day, following a really strong day yesterday, both in the U.S. and in China, seeing an increase in market value as with regards to its robo-taxi Apollo, some excitement over that. So BIDU on watch.
Oh man, we were just what?
Fresh highs on AMD.
Yeah, I'm on Tesla right now. Tesla just came in. Okay, what the heck? All right, well, we just got filled here. And I don't like it. We come down into 260. We talked about this 260 print. I was not expecting this one right now. We're long. So we're long Tesla here at 260 quarters. I'm going to take a piece out if we can. And like, okay. All right, there it is. All right, we'll take 50 cents. Or sorry, my bad, 25 cents there real quick as that kind of fell in. Now let's put some offers a little bit higher into the 80s and so on and so forth, see if we can get some more. But there goes Tesla. We put down Tesla 260. Didn't think it would come in here, Obi, but it did. So wow, oh my, yo, as my kids say, yo, Dad. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. They're like, crazy times. Because you just said it there. I was like, oh my God, you sound like, I guess these young kids right here, Obi. Yeah. But there it goes, man. There it comes back down. So that yo was definitely something I should have been offering out on when we heard that yo come through. But right there, 259, it looks like it does want to break lower. We're not going to be too patient with this name. If it breaks through 259, we'll take one more average down into there, 259. Because again, if you're going to look at this, there is the 50 period on the 20-minute tongue twister right there, 259-ish. So we'll see if we can hold out for that level as it's coming back in right there for us. AMD, man, it looks like we might have had the wrong outs, but
yeah, I mean,
not really.
When it bought back up, that tape came in on the rebid through 183 and then 183 halves again. I was like, I need to be getting back into this because the reason I sold was because of how that 183 half kind of acted on the way down, and then it got rebid right there. So again, anybody who got short on that short frame kind of pullback. Definitely underwater there. A very, very strong trend. Has not broken a moving average, even on that strong pullback here. Didn't really break moving averages on my charts, at least. On AMD, that one, again, I even was saying every 30 to 50 penny pullback keeps getting bought up. So it's like that is definitely a reason to buy. That's a reason to get with the trend. But when the trend gets a little bit aggressive and very inclined like this, I do have to get better at kind of executing on that. I guess it's a point away from where we got out here as of right now. But no regrets. It's perfectly fine. What is the next trade?
Rags?
No regrets. 200. Buddy's still sitting on that ask over there on the offer, held offer on that Amazon 200 as of right now. So maybe, again, much prettier picture happening here on AMD. 185 potentially incoming here.
Why, dude?
Oh, boy.
Why
okay.
did we
If it pulls back and holds a bit again, you can still get involved. If it breaks trend, we can get involved. There are multiple opportunities on the board today. Let us know. You know why I said yo earlier?
Yo.
Because I was like, Apple, we were looking at that 230 all-time high. Clean break. It does pull back.
See where we're long?
Pulls back at to 92s, 29.92s. Where are you long? Wow, beautiful.
230.14.
Nice.
And by the way, we also have
got the
another
prices,
dollar right
dude.
now.
Let's go. ES kind of strong as
It's
well.
Tesla, baby. Holy crap, we're green. There it is right now. Long 260. It's Sticky Note Nation, Ramin. What's up?
What's going on?
What did I do now?
Is there like
Is there audio
interference,
problems?
or- Okay.
Never.
185s. How many lots? Is that 1,000 lots? Oh, 500. Sorry, 500 lots at that 185.
Oh, there she
Incoming.
is. She's on the screen. She wears her sunglasses at night. Okay, nice move up for Tesla, man. We took that dollar. We took a dollar. You know where we just got filled at? 161.20 right there. That's that dollar club. So Tesla now making some money. And then there goes Apple. Man, do we love some Apple. An apple a day does not keep the doctor away. That's actually not true. Mm-hmm. You still should be going for physicals.
Tried and tested.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not sure it's too true, but anyways, you should definitely go see your physician if there are any problems. That is for sure. But here we go, man. Apple, look at this blast again. Like, we could sit here and talk about the sticky note over and over again, but honestly, man, this is what I trade with. And if we just didn't have AMD, we talked about AMD. I like the AMD trade. Nothing wrong with that. But there's Apple right here. 228 long. Take the 223 break. We took that, right? Tesla right there, 260 support. Take that, baby. Long above 265. We didn't get there. Break to 270. That didn't happen yet. So let's be patient and see if we can get some nice trades off of Tesla right now. More than $1 in the money. And then Carvana, 132 long. I mean, that was a trade that, again, I'm going to look back at it right now. Last time we looked at it was at 65s. So let's have a quick look on Carvana to see where we are at. So back down into 133. So again, potentially a trade opportunity if we come back into 132. But there's the break, as we said, up to 135. We missed that break. It looks like would have been $3 or $4. But yeah, would have had to hold that against you. So might not be appropriate for everybody with that kind of a risk setup. Longeveron still doing nothing. AMD still blasting, but again, we'll take this. Look at this fall in, base out, and boom. I think Obi and I are just more upset that we didn't get more long when we saw this base down there on AMD. And Obi was just showing me some of the math that he was using, and we both agreed that this was a trade worthy of more shares.
Yeah, no, it
not just more shares.
Tiered up on this trade for sure. Tiered up as in like tiering of the trades.
Yeah. And I want to say, I don't know necessarily if it was a trade. I mean, share size is, again, up to everybody else. You want to judge your risk and things like that. I just love the base out. And I mean, that little base right there to me gives you the out. So like when I'm here, and I only got out to 75% when this dipped down, but it was enough to put me hella red. And so I was like, are we really dip buying this? But again, came into the 200, came into past levels of support there as we just mentioned. So yeah, we like that trade, and I like the levels coming through there. So I'm not going to sort of, as they say, cry over spilled milk. I don't mind that trade. And just wish we would have done it a little bit more efficiently. That's all. So yeah, decent opportunity there. We'll look to see if we can get some money back in on AMD on any dip buys into 182 change right there. So not horrible,
aggressive.
But not great.
It's fresh highs again. Yeah, that dip got bought once again.
Wow, eh?
They're holding trend. I'm saying like that was like almost a point of a dip
dude.
Off the highs there. 186 is incoming. This thing is off to the races. Yeah, 186, 30 pennies away from that. Oh boy, is the only thing that I can say here. I'm just like, all right, well, you know what? That's fine. What's the next trade? I'm not going to really chase this. I'm not going to punch the highs on this. Potentially look for a reversion if it comes in, but absolutely no signs of reversion right now. Again, we're breaking out of weeklies, of monthlies. We're breaking out of that 183. So, and this tape has a little bit of a hint of squeeze characteristics since that 180 push right off the open there, and we're still continuing very strong. So I do not want to get in on the wrong side of the move there. 185 had, I guess, some of the most lots, 500 lots at that 185. Didn't really see that kind of size. There goes the ES and the NQ. So, oh boy, the market is definitely helping this. This momentum along the way there. 186 is incoming. I don't really see any sort of size on 186s. Okay, that's a little distinctly different. We just sliced through it like butter.
Oh, man.
186 30s. Multiple ATRs.
Multi.
Yeah. Doing about 1.68
You are the ACR
RVOL.
king. There is no doubt about that. All right, so we're $1 in on Nvidia, $1 in on Apple, but it's Tesla that just fell back in a little bit. So we'll... I'll buy a little bit down here. I was waiting for 259 even flat. So that's kind of where I am with this. I do obviously realize this looks a little different than that AMD trade. So those of you that are like, hey, like, why are we not buying this base? This isn't based out enough for me, to be honest with you. It looks fine, but there he goes. We're still testing lower right now. There's that 259. That's what kind of we want to wait for. We do know that Tesla has the pedigree to blast. So we are confident that we can make any sort of a dip buy a great trade, which we did right here. But at the same time, we are very, very aware that Tesla hasn't necessarily been trading like the rest of them right now. You're down 1% with the market at highs now. So let's buy some dips there. We just got long at 60. You can see our average price now is 95. So good little reload, needless to say, but we got to get out first. So let's put one. We just stopped there. Now remember, I'm just hearing in my ear, testimony now beginning. Look at that. We just make another $1 on Tesla right there, buying that dip again. We just bought this dip on Tesla, Obi. 259.60. It's at 260.60 right now as that blasts back up to the upside. So right now we're all over the place, man. We're just long everything. We're long Chevron. We're long Apple right now as that's at the high. That's $1.50 in the money. We're long Nvidia, 70 cents. That was kind of just... We already got out at 134. Let's see if we can get it going again. Tesla's now $1.30 in the money right now, so we'll just go, okay. Let's get some more out right there. We just bought, by the way, even Obi, as we were buying this, we were sort of talking about it, right? I said, I know that Tesla has an opportunity to make this trade great. And there it is. There's the opportunity, and it just got put in right there for Tesla. So Tesla, I thank you for that trade again. But we did not get at 261.25. So let's see if we can offer that. And we don't want to talk too kindly about this before we get out. So right now, 260.50. Hopefully Tesla can run. The market is failing a little bit now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, come on, Tesla. I'm right up here right now. Give me that 90s. Yes, sir. Oh, wow, man. I'm running out of things to do here. Let's just do this. Because Travolta's like, so far, dude, you've had $5 on AMD. You just took $1 3 times on Tesla. We have Apple $1.50 in the money. We're cruising right now, man. I really enjoy trading.
Oh yeah, for sure. Same.
And I'm glad that everybody's here with us. Shout out to Bears vs Bulls. Shout out to everybody that's with us, man. We're long today, man. We are really enjoying this.
Yeah, no, I guess I guess I'm kind of trying this as of right now. Don't know if it's ready just yet, but I will kind of, I guess, attempt to keep it a little tight here. 185s potentially incoming. 186 is a little bit of a fail here, but well within trend here. It might just stop me out. Yeah, okay, so it just stops me out on the rebreak of that 186. That's a pretty bad slip there. Okay, so let's see, how much was that? I was looking at taking a 50 penny, gave me 60 penny loss there. That's fine. That's what the stops are there for. And we're blasting to the upside once again, making some fresh highs. So it is not ready just yet on AMD. I saw a little bit of flushing action there. Might have gotten a little too excited there, but I'm more than willing to be wrong on the front side of the move there if I'm trying to take the short back down. And that's perfectly fine. That is aggressive to the upside. I was like, all right, well, didn't need to lose 70 pennies on that. I only wanted to give it 50, but it is what it is. I'll stay patient. But the market kind of giving us that pullback as well. Maybe I need to be looking a little bit further back on the chart. That, I guess, SMH is quite strong as well. I got to have eyes on SMH as well. Let me pull up my chip basket here. Yeah, Vanek kind of strong there. ARM as well. Soxel obviously is kind of the same thing there, but AMD is the strong one. 186.95 is the day high. Yeah, same, man. I can't believe I got a 183, and it's almost 4 points above that. Printing almost. I mean, if we go a point and a half, it's done 10 points on the day. So it's like, that's wild, dude. Absolutely crazy.
Dude, Tesla's $2 in the money. Like, we just reloaded this thing.
That 260, that was a level from yesterday, right? Wasn't it? A little bit sticky note nation. All right. Okay.
We wrote down 260. Yeah. We blasted. We made a lot of money on Tesla yesterday, 260 as well. So that's nice to see. And yeah, I'm just kind of, when levels hit and stay, you look smart, and when they don't, you look like an idiot, right? And I think that's what trading is. It's a very humbling experience, that is for sure. We were humbled early, for sure, today off that first AMD push, and it looks silly now to think that we were actually down here at one point, but we were. And there it goes, huge move up to 186 again for AMD, man. We are really in the pocket where we need to be. Let's talk about Longeveron, why not? All right. We're flat on this name today. We took about 30 cents early on that when it looked like it was going to run. And then we just said we were going to buy VWAP. And you know what? I gave you 450 as our route, and we hadn't gotten hit yet there. Now that I'm looking at it, the volume is still pumping, man. 65 million, and the candles are still quite high on the volume side. So, yeah, I think that there is a good potential here to go more Longeveron. Did I just put an offer up here? Hopefully I did. Yeah, 261.80. So we're getting close to getting, not stopped out, sorry. We're getting close to taking $2 on this name. This is, we're in the money right now, $2. It keeps on bouncing around. It has nothing to do with the $2 market. It has to do with this 50-period moving average and the fact that we've wicked this high already. We've already been up here once before dropping again back in $2. So you know what? Why is this not filling me, man? I'm at 261.75 right now. So we just missed that. We just change our order to 60s there. Hopefully it blasts one more time and we'll get out at 261.60 because definitely, I don't think it was a missed opportunity, but we definitely did not get filled right there, which kind of sucks because that's what I was looking for as it just blasts right back down again. Tesla is very, very violent today, by the way. So yeah, that's what's happening on this side. I do have my earpiece into the Benzinga Pro platform. Mm-hmm. So if we do hear anything with Powell or anything exciting coming through, come on, get back, man. You know what? 261.50 is fine by this guy right now. I'm going to try to take this out just shy of $2. We did miss that top side there. Wondering if Apple's getting a little bit quiet right now with the market pulling back. You know what? Maybe we just take some of this out. It's been such a good day here holding some of these longs, and the market could easily, as both of us know, and of course many of our viewers will know, can turn pretty quickly and get things pretty sour real quick. Right now, I'm hearing stuff about Russia and Ukraine. Apparently there was some more action on that yesterday, and now there's jets flying around everywhere. That could start to get escalated. And again, I'm not going to talk the war. Some of these negative sentiments have actually caused positivity. I remember that first day that Russia invaded Ukraine, the market was actually up, which a lot of that stuff is kind of crazy talk, but that is what happens. Here comes Tesla, sorry. It just went back up. I thought I was going to get filled. We're at 50s. Let's see if Tesla fills that up right now. Come on, Longeveron, make these longs print. What's up, eh?
Keep an eye on the SPY in the market here. We do have the House Committee meeting here with regards to Jerome Powell's testimony that has begun. We're going to be reading some prepared statements now, but we currently have the intros here, so just be aware we do have some comments coming through from Fed's bar on inflation, its impact here. So SPY falling down a bit in the 50-minute candle, guys.
I got confirmation from Neil. He will be back in this afternoon.
Yes,
so
sir.
all good for that one. All right. Yeah, just looking to see if we can make some trades somewhere here. I feel like we're getting close to doing something. So Apple, I'm going to put an offer here at 231.50. I mean, we've seen this sort of go this way already. If we can get an out, let's just take it, man. I mean, I'm not overly confident in the trade, but I'm fine with it. Just not really loving it too much. Now we've already hit this trade, so we're already long down here at 230. It's gone all the way up, but again, you want to take advantage of trades when they're there, and this one does have an opportunity for us to get out. We did miss that opportunity on Tesla. We talked about that. We're now waiting down there or up there at 261.50, looking for some more trade opportunities. You know what name that we really hit yesterday early and really was.
Which one?
Palantir. We really. I mean, this was a crazy trade. I was talking to Wayne about it, actually. I know that he was involved in this name as well. But yeah, good levels there for Palantir, but not really today. You can see it's been pretty choppy. I'm still looking at 28. We got to break near that 28 if we're going to get involved in anything on Palantir. And then I'm debating Longeveron for flats or so. It's not doing too much. It's not making me overly happy with this trade right now at this time. So we'll watch out for Longeveron, trying to do something here. I still have 450 in our sights, but also waiting for 570 is where my offer is, just to see if we can get something now near these wicks is 550, a break higher into this area, get something out for Longeveron. Come on, Tesla. This is the one that I need my next fill on because I am a little nervous about this top at 261.50. Anything else? Okay, we'll go to small cap recap, then come back with Obi.
IWM pushing to lows of day here. Pretty strong movement here in these 5-minute candles to the downside. Take a bit of a rejection here at VWAP. So keep an eye on the Russell 2000 with regards to this push lower. Some names to keep an eye on here include Virpax Pharmaceuticals, VRPX. This one trading higher, announcing results for its animal test of its pain treatment. So VRPX 2.4 million share float on the move up. We also have Amylyx Pharmaceuticals. AMLX is the ticker for this one. One pulling back a little bit here, but higher on the day, announcing that it has acquired Avexitide, so this drug from another pharmaceutical company for $35.1 million. So good look for AMLX, 10% short float. Last but not least, we have Longeveron here. This one up about 70%. Basically getting this FDA grant for its Alzheimer's treatment, receiving a designation as a regenerative medicine advanced therapy or RMAT. We do a 46.8% short flow for LGVN, guys.
All right, Longeveron.
Go ahead. I was just telling Obi that maybe the short's in here.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know. I tried it a couple times already. Got in once again. Let's see if it kind of comes into fruition here. We are slowing down that morning momentum. Again, that market pulling back as well. We were confluencing with that strength with the NQ as well. Wow, there goes Amazon down to 99.5. That's interesting. SMH also breaking trend and pulling back as well here. 186s, we're trading below it. We're still holding moving averages for the most part, it would seem, on AMD here, but again, looking for a little bit of a pullback. Maybe that bid catching in and around that VWAP as well. And look at the market pulling in very, very aggressively here. What's going on there, guys?
What are they doing?
I have no idea. I think Sharif might have just pranked Ramin or something. I don't know. But 185 pulling back in. Let's see if this consolidation, where would this consolidation take us as of right now? Patiently just kind of waiting. This tape did slow down. I was a little too hasty with my initial couple of entries. And again, the move can still not be done. We're still kind of at 10:30. It's been almost an hour of trading off of the open there. Again, this is a strong catalyst today. And wow, okay, Amazon with the strong quadunks. Yeah, the market pulling right back in to some of those opening, that consolidation area from in and around that open there. 20,750 here on the NQ. and I guess in and around low 5,600s on the ES there. So let's see what we got in store here. But super strong trend nonetheless. I am fighting it just a little bit here on the day. But let us know what you guys are trading. Have you guys taken trades on AMD? Are you guys trading Amazon? Are you guys trading? I know that Apple is strong. A lot of tech names are definitely moving around very, very well as of right now. So you can see the volatility on the markets as well. How many people trade the futures in the chat as well? I'd like to know. Nike saying down to sky. So let's take a quick look at Nike, what Nike's up to. Yeah, okay, so just trading below some of yesterday's levels here on Nike. So interesting stuff. Nonetheless, we are making here, I should pull up the chart if I'm going to be talking about it right there. Strong consolidation in the pre-market. Pre-market consolidation pops up into it, 72.60s, fails down to 72. So 60 pennies on Nike is a decent chunk of change there. And it is holding, as of right now, potentially lower highs as well. So let's see what Nike has in store. Oh boy, look at this Amazon, dude. 199's incoming on Amazon. So that 200 sell definitely coming in. Yeah, we gotta be on that 200. Yeah, water falling from the Amazon, saying Fabian, let's go. I like that. Definitely a bit of a waterfall in the middle of the jungle here between that 200 and that 199. Let's see if the bid kind of catches, but the market, again, very, very strong to the downside. And there goes AMD trying to push once again. So yeah, this one, a little bit of a chop happening here. Momentum has slowed down a little bit here, but we could just be trend decelerating, right? So got to keep that in mind as well when it comes to this ticker. But the market wiping that strong move that it did right off of the open there. And that's being reflected in some of these other tickers as well. So let's take a quick look at some of these top constituents. Yes, Amazon fresh lows, very aggressive to the downside here. Okay, so it gets stopped out on that. How much of a slip was that? Okay, that's not bad, not bad. I think I might be spending a little too much capital attempting to push into this, into a potential reversion into VWAP while it's still holding trend on multiple frames here. So I'm definitely wrong on that. I guess, be a little bit more patient is what I'm saying for a stronger trend break. That 185 pullback might have been the dip buy that we were potentially looking for. Printing fresh highs now, pushing into 187, about 250 lots coming in there, and it's probably going to take and gone like butter. Fresh highs above 187 now, 187.30s. Can you print the quarter? Can you hold the quarter and print the half? Let's see. Momentum had slowed down and then picked right back up off of that 185 here on AMD. Super, super strong. Again, what was that catalyst in the morning? They're doing some sort of
which one?
On AMD.
Oh, AMD. They bought a AI company for
$665 million. Okay, cool. Yeah. 665. Definitely catalyst-like price action here on AMD
today. And Rob let me know that the listeria is running rampant in silk almond milk. So.
Okay. All right.
All right, so Tesla, we'll go to Darren in 1 second. Tesla came right back into that area, and we were literally bidding the same price, and it missed us. But there it goes, right back up to the upside. Is the whole market starting to blast off? Dara.
Keep an eye on Amazon here with regards to that move to the downside. Finding this one story. So there's this CISPE. This is apparently an Amazon-backed feature. There is something going on with regards to the CISPE and an EU antitrust complaint with Microsoft. Basically, CISPE saying that it's clear to deal with Microsoft to resolve this cloud computing complaint. And there's something going on here with this Amazon-backed group, CISPE, and Microsoft with regards to antitrust, some software deal. Microsoft apparently going to offer a multi-million euro payout to CISPE members to compensate for license costs. So something going on here with this Amazon-backed group and MSFT, guys.
Seemed like that much money, a couple mil, but we'll wait to see. Maybe there's more smoke where there's fire on that one for sure. So thanks. Adara, as both you and I were kind of like, what's up with that? So it's a good move. Thanks, Adara, for that. And again, make sure you like and subscribe. I mean, every day if Adara sees something, especially we can even always ask her. If there's anything in the chat that you guys want to sort of talk to us about or there's news related, ask us and we will go back over to and figure that out with Adara. Thanks for that, Adara, and we'll find out if there's anything else happening anywhere else for you. Tesla there got as high as 261.25. I mean, that did put us back into about $1.50 or so. We need to get that out next time. Comes back up here. Market is not doing too much. Take advantage of these pulls, right? Pull-ups. We missed it. We got an offer here on Apple. We're still waiting for that one to come through as well. We're $1 in on all these three names. The only three names we have. Tesla is $1 in the money, Nvidia is $1 in the money, and Apple's $1 in the money. But all those trades sort of in comparison to what we see right here, nothing else matters apparently, as this is a big trade alert for anybody that traded AMD, including Obi and myself, that were all over this name. And again, good trade here today. Could have always been better. Naturally, as we get up to 187, but you and I both, I don't know if we got scared by it or whatever. It's just us seeing too much, man. When you've seen a lot, you've seen a lot.
Sometimes
and this 84 level looked pretty good to both of us. So we were able to get out there off of buying those dips. Feel like it was, I mean, I don't feel like it. I mean, the net tells us it was a great trade, but at the end of the day, could always do better, right? And so that was a good one. And here comes Tesla. We get that fill down there, and look what happens. It blasts right back up. So, hey, man, let's take advantage of that.
Boom. Yeah, you're really chopping up that Tesla, dude.
Yeah, we're chopping it up, but we're holding pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, we just got two. So just to tell everybody about that, Phil, we just made 60 cents in about 14 seconds. 21 seconds, we made 60 cents there from buying that back up. So yeah, we are going to try to take advantage of that every single time that happens. So that's what we did right there. Nice move. Now let's see if we can get a little bit higher now. Let's put an offer around 261. Again, like this is not going to be a losing name for us, but we need to make sure that we get profits out because we still are waiting for 259 bottom as this market tries to figure itself out. And we don't need to be figuring it out. It'll just give us the trades when we do see them. Longeveron, again, I thought it was going to go. It bounced off view up again now at 525. View up getting lower and stock going quiet.
Yeah.
Feel like we're going to get stopped out of this. Fed Chair Powell now on Q&A. Is anything happening with some of the banks?
Okay.
I mean, nice move up, right? I mean, dip opportunities of view up there for Citigroup. Nice trade. You can see this stock's well up right now. He's just saying that they've done a good job shrinking their balance sheet. So I guess that's something that maybe he was looking for. JP Morgan now at highs. All the banks at highs. JP Morgan red, Citibank green. So I think this would be the one that you'd want to trade on anything like that. And one thing that we haven't really looked at too much today is crypto. And it's good because it's right now with ADR.
Crypto, a bit of an interesting story here. We do have Goldman Sachs' digital asset chief in this interview with Fortune Crypto saying that Goldman Sachs is looking to launch 3 tokenization projects by the end of 2024. So Goldman Sachs potentially getting a bit of a crypto move here. So interesting look there for GS. They have earnings coming to the next week, so keep an eye on that one for sure, especially with regards to these potential tokenization projects. We also have Bitcoin here forming an interesting topping tail candle on the daily chart. We're trying to hold on to this area just below that 58,000, having this wick here on the daily chart into 60,000. So this could be a pivotal level here for Bitcoin as we continue to range in that 55,000 to 58,000 area on the daily. A lot of these names slightly positive on the day. Ethereum a bit stronger here, over that 3,100 level. BNB up about 1.5%, but a lot of these names going to be up about 1/3%, 2/3% right now in the day. Also worth noting, we do have Fed Chair Powell answering the first few questions here. Let you guys know if he says anything of note.
All right, I was going to say, now I'm going to stay away from Tesla. So I'm going to slap the fail on that last little reload. We were just talking about having to get out, right? Remember we said we just made 50, 60 cents in 21 seconds? I mean, there it goes, right? The next 21 seconds, it drops $1. So bye-bye to Tesla.
Bye-bye.
As and again, you know, we try to do this every day. We try to trade relatively strong names to the long side and weak names to the short side. So unfortunately on Tesla there, we could have stayed away. We could have, but that's okay. We took advantage of it and able to get out when we did there for I feel like a good out. Whether or not it bounces back now or not, I mean, we got out at 250. What was the break? 258.40. So it's not looking good now, you know, but that did dip into 258. So I don't know if that was a buy. I think it's better us to stay away now and reanalyze this in a couple minutes, if not longer than that. So let's let Tesla settle down. The market kind of didn't do too much there. We did get crude inventories out, so we could have a quick look. USA gasoline inventories, draw of 2 million versus a draw of 1.9 million estimated. The weekly distillates was 4.84 million build versus a draw So they actually build in oil. So I guess oil is probably going to the downside right now. So let's check out XOM and see what that's doing. Still heading upside, or holding out on the upside. USO flat. So again, when you get a build, when they're expecting a draw is what I'm seeing, generally that means more supply. So we don't necessarily like that. For the price of oil, $79 today, still flat. I feel like I'm going to sneeze again as Tesla's still hovering around that 259. Oh boy, here I go.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, there
Bless
it is.
you.
We did get the mute out there, so that was only one. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm still kind of involved here with AMD, trying once again off of some of those highs there. Bit of an aggressive ad here, but we are again. There was a bunch of size on the ask that was kind of not really chasing down, but getting filled. And then I guess diving down a little bit there, and look at the market as well. Market's pulling right back in towards that 20,750 as well. So I'm looking for that 186 to break with some distinction. If it doesn't, I'll definitely be gone from this. But again, very, very strong on the day. Let's see if we take a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a breather down towards that VWAP here. As again, the price action is starting to slow down just a little bit there. It starts to slow down here, but yeah, wow. I'm kind of like Amazon is tanking as well. What else? You said Apple's tanking, Sharif? Okay, so let me pull. I gotta keep an eye on that one right there. Wow. Okay, look at that reversion happening on Apple. Holy! Look at that strong trend, rips right back in. Absolutely wild there. Coming right back into 230 there, Sean. So it's like,
yeah, we're still
right
so we still have 10. We still have that piece. I don't know if it's 10% or not on that. I think it's about 15 or so percent. We've talked about that, and we already put the offer out, and we missed that on Apple. So yeah, that sucks. 133.50 though. I mean, my attention is going to be more on Nvidia. Like, this market right now is going to the downside, but I don't really know why. Some of these stocks are really getting hit when the market's kind of been flat out right here, not doing too much. So I think there might be an opportunity to take advantage of right now on some of these dip buys. So let's try it on Nvidia here. We'll see if we can get a bid right now in and around these 70s as it starts to go back up. We do have VWAP here at 40s. If we lose that, we can get out. So 133.25 or so, we definitely get out of that one if it does fade out. So we're looking for Nvidia to get along, and we just got some in right there. So there it is against this 133-ish area. So let's put some more shares down here near 133 and see if we're able to take advantage of this. About a 133, I don't know. I mean, we don't really want to hold it below this, do we? That's 133.50. So like 133, maybe 29 or so. If we break that, then we can try to get out. So right now we'll wait to see what happens with Nvidia. Trying to buy this, and we'll buy more on the dip.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for.
I got out of that. 186 keeps on bidding up a little bit there, so I'm like, okay, we are reclaiming some of this trend here. Holding trend. I'm watching the 5-minute and the 3-minute and the 15-minute as well, 30-minute as well. But I'll be a little bit more patient. If we're going to trend this 186 a little bit here, might not be ready just yet. What's going on, Adara?
Update here on that story about Microsoft MSFT stepping down his role as an observer on the OpenAI board, as you know, Microsoft has invested in. Now, a source from the FTC saying here that the Microsoft stepping down from the board is unlikely to actually resolve the FTC's concerns with regards to the antitrust issues with Microsoft and OpenAI. So basically, FTC source apparently saying that Microsoft might still be involved in some investigations here. There still could be some concerns about its involvement with OpenAI, guys.
Yeah, I sort of saw that this morning and was like, there for Softy. But okay, so we're in Nvidia. Looks like we're going to get out of it in a second. Right now, we're only long at 50s. So I don't think that we're too much in trouble here, but we did want to get out if it did break too much lower. We just have that wick right now. That's 133.25. So I feel like something in and around there would be a decent out for us. 133. I don't know, a little bit of a break lower than that. We'll see about getting it. We're basically flat on it right now. It's 133.50. That's where we're long. So we're long here at VWAP. We just took some shares. We already hit it long from down here at 133 flat. That's not that far away, right? I just don't want to hold it all the way to the downside. We've already seen our good friend Amazon. We heard this Microsoft story now. Apple's trying to pull back. Although Tesla... too much stress left for me on this one today. As it goes all the way down, and now it's trying to base out. So this is trying to tell me to go long again down here. But again, a weak name into what appears to be a weak market, not necessarily a recipe for too much success when you see this. But right now, it does look like Tesla's trying to fail a little bit here at 259. We just got a high wick up there to 260. Let's see if that does pull back. But notionally and everything, it is Nvidia where our bread is being buttered right now. We just took some out there in the mid 60s. Let's put an offer in the 70s now and see if we can't get some more out now on that, as we just got out some at the 50 period. We always talk about that. So there it is right there, 63s. Let's now see if we get higher on Nvidia. That was just a dime. We always take a little bit out there, especially when it matches with our lines. We're only trying to hold this 20 cents against us. So maybe we can get a bump up into the 70s and then take, again, another piece out here for Nvidia, as we're trying to make some of those Tesla losses back right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking for those dimes as well. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes top of the line, you face slow waste with a big bid at 185 potentially. There, 185 holding as of right now. Prior lows right there of that first slowdown. So again, I got a little bit aggressive there for that 185. We did break below that 185, but again, talking about that momentum kind of dissipating, buyers potentially dissipating. I guess they started off a little bit here. We're starting to go a little bit sideways between 185, 187 as of right now. So again, I gotta be a little bit more patient. Don't have all the size that I am looking for just yet, as it hasn't really shown me anything too distinct here. But definitely distinctly different is some of the tape here, as it has slowed down. And we are printing that 185 once again. So I did get a little aggressive into that 185, but I'm going to say that anybody and everybody who got long off of this quick dip down here, that 185, I think it was good. I got to that 187, now a little offside as it trades below that 185, printing a quarter below that 185, 184s as of right now. So do we slow down the trend? Do we go down into the 20 EMA? I actually have the anchored off of the initial news reference there, sitting in and around. Let me just take that off right there. Okay, so it is in around 183.46, 183.46, so about a point lower than where we are as of right now is where that is as of right now. So let's see if we can catch a bit off of the anchored, or do we catch it a little bit earlier? I have no idea.
I like that fade, man. I really like that fade for sure. It's making me nervous because I'm long Nvidia. But here we go. Nice little trade for Nvidia. Now 25 cents. We're trying to get a little bit higher. I do have an offer at 84s. I don't know why we're at 84, but we are. And there it is right there. Yes, sir. A chicken dinner winner back in the pocket now for Nvidia. We're doing well. Look at Tesla, though. I'm thinking about fading this name now. I mean, it's a nice move up there into 260.25. We could go back to this 50 period of 260.50. I'm kind of talking myself into a quick little fade here on Tesla. Let's do it, and let's go over to Adara.
We have the futures here slightly positive on the day, and we're seeing that reflected for the most part in these sectors. Of course, we have a lot of strength here in electronic technology with these chips and Apple propelling the group to the upside. Technology services not bad either. A lot of strength in Microsoft and Google, but a little bit weaker for some of these other names in the sector. Adobe, CRM, Accenture, notably INTU, Intuit, and now let's say Fortune reporting that Intuit is looking to lay off 1,800 employees as part of its restructuring plan. So interesting look for INTU to the downside. A little bit more mixed here in health technology, finance, producer manufacturing, and non-energy minerals. But it is worth noting here a lot of weakness in commercial services, with B of A Securities downgrading both MasterCard and Visa. So those two names definitely watch as bringing the sector to the downside. Retail trade interesting here too. A little bit flat on the day. We do have some weakness on Amazon with regards to that news with SPCE and Microsoft and an EU antitrust complaint. We also do have Target TGT very much to the downside here after getting a neutral rating. So lots of stuff to look at, a lot of things flat, but there's certainly, again, seeing the continued strength in tech, guys.
Okay, Nvidia, I don't know what just happened, but we are like bang. Yeah, you want to bang? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Right there, we are now banging it out for that trade, man. And look at Nvidia, just took off of VWAP. See, like, these are the trades, Obi. We talk about like throwing money away, doing stupid things all the time. This is the kind of trade that we should be doing, waiting for VWAP pullbacks, waiting for things that we like. We talked about trading Nvidia back to VWAP, and there it is, man. It's a good one. It's a nice one. It's a good trade back downside. We did So I took a 50-cent hit there on Tesla going short on the 50-period moving average, and then I was like, let's short 261 here. VWAP's up here at 262. So we did take that short at 90s, and I think we just got to fill at 40s. So we just got a 47 fill. Let me try to break this down for you. We just got a 47 fill right there off of this short. So we did. So here's the short. There's the out there. So that sucked for sure. But there's the pullback in. I don't know what's going on with Tesla, and we sometimes get frustrated, and then we'll overtrade a stock. Not trying to do that today at all. Just trying to give this one more shot up to VWAP, and then that's that. We want to be short weak names into a weak tape. So right now the tape is weak. We want to be long, strong names. And Nvidia, for some reason, although we did not expect this kind of a move, is obviously quite strong. So let's take another piece out there at 10s, and now let's see, there it is. Okay, now let's see if we can fade out here. If Tesla makes that move down, that'd be pretty good. Let's see, we just bounced off 260. Let's put a bid there. Something's up with Tesla. I don't know, Adara, if there is something. There might not be anything. I mean, it's just, yeah, you're probably right. It's the fact that it was up here at 266, then back down $8 or $9 at 257, and now right back up just gives me a little bit of a feeling that there's something, but it's okay. It's probably nothing. Out of Nvidia, Apple holding as well, man. So it's 10:43 right now. We do not have what's for lunch yet, and when we do, we'll update that. Great trade on AMD there. Almost a dollar club for you, man.
Oh, yeah, it's been knocking on the door of that as of right now. But coming right back into that anchored I was talking about, 183s testing, and we're kind of starting to kind of, I guess we did kind of fade off there. Okay, you know what? If we're going to bid up of that 184 a little bit aggressively, I don't necessarily want to stay involved there. I did cover a portion of it already. But again, coming right into that anchored, so like the anchored is where we kind of held or reclaimed off of the open there. You know what? I'm just going to piece off for now, just a holding a red crumb for maybe looking for more. Let's see if we pop up and see what we do with that 185. But that pullback, yeah, I guess I had the right idea, starting to get involved a little bit there. Excuse me, when that momentum, the buyers dissipate, that's definitely a reason to sell for me. When it comes to reasons to buy and reasons to sell, buyers dissipating is a good reason to maybe start selling. But again, I got to clean that execution up because we do still continue to make higher highs after those buyers. Like it's not like the buying's just going to stop all the way, right? It's like when buyers dissipate, maybe you get, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do, but like the tape is distinctly different when it does start. Like this tape right here, where it's accelerating from 178, 179, 181, all the way up to 187. That tape, or maybe not up to 187, in and around this 186, that tape looks distinctly different than this. And even this pullback here looks a little bit different, and I did make a decision on it, but we talk about overvaluing information. This is me overvaluing information. The first little bit of a pullback, I should be potentially, I'm thinking about like, I should be potentially looking to get more at that point. I've already pieced off a chunk of the position. I actually, by mistake, I kind of got more as well. And I was like, no, I don't want it. Flushes a point, rebids right there. So nice little hold above this pre-market high of that 181. Can't even get down to 182, rips right back up through 183. I think that's a good reason to potentially reload on the long, as I've already taken profits there. But yeah, that's a little bit of a, looking back at it, could definitely be executing much better on this trade here. Taking pieces off of both sides, right? We take a bit off the long, and we're taking a bit off the reversion to VWAP as of right now. So yeah, getting saucy both ways on AMD today.
I mean, that's the advantage of being here at Real Trading and having that opportunity to be able to flip your trades around and kind of make executions with very, very little per trade costs. What's costing me is gross right now on Longeveron because it just fell into the 200 period. We bought a little bit more here at 90. Our out is still 450. I mean, I'm not really sure why it's 450 now. We could have used the out at 490 when it dripped back in, but we did not. So we'll have to wait to see what's going to now happen with this position for us. So yeah, we're here and waiting for something to go through. Hopefully it does on Longeveron back up to the upside. But if that 460 does snap, we are out of it. Nvidia, really $1, man. We just took $1 on that. It went up to 135.50. So that was a good trade. But what's not working out for us here is Tesla right now, as we're short at 261. So we're going to give this a 262. Now, again, this has been up 10 straight days, looking to make 11 straight days today, right? Sharif and I are talking about this, Obi talking about this. pullback is healthy. I think that you are, seeing this right now in this market, obviously, as this continues to pull back. I don't know, where we'll go from here on this trade. But for me right now, we're going to give it to 262. And if it goes back up there, we do have another bid happening in here somewhere. Sorry, an offer to get a little bit more short. We have it at 261.70. So we don't want to be too careful with this and not just play now, because if my out's going to be 262, I want to make sure that we're able to get, about a 75 cent, $1 or so worth of a hit, because I feel like right now the pullback into 260 is what we're kind of looking for. So being short here at 261 should work with those ratios. So yeah, man, a good day. $1 in the money on Nvidia, 40 cents in the money on Apple, and my guy over here is crushing some AMD. So we'll wait to see there as it's pulling back into VWAP as well. So good look there. What a nice high of 187 right now. Tesla looking for a pullback, but it's a ADR. Correct, Fabian? At the desk.
Got some things on Tesla here. So all of these came out earlier in the day, but they are circulating on social media. Couple analyst notes here. We have Morgan Stanley speaking positively about its energy potential here for TSLA, but no differences in terms of the price target. Then we have Goldman Sachs raising its price target in Tesla from 175 to 248. HSBC also raising its price target in Tesla from 120 to 130. So a couple positive analyst notes coming out earlier in the day, but circulating around on social media, guys.
Right there, I just said to Sharif, because we were talking about, I got out of some Tesla yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said, I just got out of a certain amount of shares. I was like, I wish in my personal account, I had the same amount of shares on Tesla that I trade with on the show, because then we would have been quite nice. Of course, on the show, we can't hold overnight.
Yeah.
So the risk profile of trading on a prop floor is significantly,
it's a different kind of trade, I guess.
Significantly different. What's a significant thing that you always say? Significantly?
Distinctly different.
Distinctly different.
Yeah.
Not significantly different. All right, well, what's distinctly different right now is your short AMD, I got out. But meanwhile, the long on Nvidia is printing like mad right now. Do you want to talk about your AMD before we go quickly?
No, I'm
okay,
good for now.
Let's get back. He's out, I'm in, and we just got to fill on Tesla as we just took 50 cents right there as it came back to 260.50. And then ripped right back up. It's a ADR. It's money talks. We got to spend some of it.
Currently listening to Fed Chair Jerome Powell answering some questions from the House Financial Services Committee, saying that there is a little bit of easing here in supply and demand. So interesting note here coming from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Also said earlier today that Fed's policy has been restrictive, that the neutral interest rate is likely moved up, at least in a shorter term time frame. Right now, getting a bit of a flat candle in the day here for the daily chart on the DXY. Moved slightly down in the day, trying to hold on to that 105 level after 2 green candles. We'll have to see if we can see any more strength here in the DXY in the coming days. A couple of Fed speakers later today to be aware of. At 2:30, we'll get Fed's Goolsbee and Bowman speaking at the same time. Fed's Bowman notably hawkish, so something to watch out for. After the close at 7:30, we'll get Fed's Cook. Then we're going to be tomorrow getting the CPI. Definitely keep an eye on the consumer price index coming through at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, guys.
Back about half or so of the trade. We're just talking about it. And look, what Obi and I talk about, you guys should be able to hear as well. And I was just saying that Obi's like, because I was like, oh man, like I can't believe I'm still down on AMD. And he's like, well, what exactly was the trade? And it was that I went long. So I thought here, we had this huge move up on AI, right, on that buy. They bought that small company. Then it came back down in right here. I thought, as we were watching out this, we knew that 180 was going to be somewhat key. Once it bounced right here off 180, that was where I got long. Then I was like, okay, let's take out 181 and go. Realistically, we should have waited for 181.70, that high right there. Once we take out new highs, then we can be more confident in the position that we're trading. Unfortunately, that didn't happen early. That happened too quick. And then all of a sudden it dropped down. In that same minute, we lost $1.50. So that was a couple hundred shares. So that sucked. And then we held 75, 25% of it to buy it back here. But then we didn't put enough shares back on. So we're still going to be red on it. But again, I'm fine with that. Let me take out another piece here on Nvidia. So we'll just do that as it's at its highs, looking for a retracement back down. Hey man, it's 10:52. Great trading today, Obi. Yeah, always love trading with you. Thank you for coming through for the viewers today.
Likewise, yeah, no, I always enjoy trading here up here at the big desk. 183. Oh my God, why am I not holding that short? Wow. Because I'm like, oh, are we bidding back above? See, again, I'm overvaluing information. I guess that comes with seat time and experience, and I clearly don't have enough of that. Just I don't know. I don't even want to know if I say just yet, but. No, I feel like you'll never have enough. The market's so changing, ever changing.
But hold on, but that's why I'm saying don't say that.
Yeah.
You made some great trades, man. We can always, Brendan and I talk about this on the podcast. You can always find like negative things to say that will hold you back. You know, like I don't have enough experience to make this trade, but you do now. You do now, man. You're there, and I understand questioning trades because I do it all the time. But as long as you have your ins and your outs, man, and you've done the work, trust yourself. I mean, some of these trades, everybody on the chat will probably. I mean, look, guys, put your ones up for this guy right here. I mean, we gotta have confidence right now, and I think you do have it. So great trading today, man.
Confidence.
You went long and short.
I mean, I like to go both ways.
Talk about lining it up, man.
You got to be flexible.
Honestly.
Be like water.
And it's just the difference. Like yesterday, Neil traded 14, 15, 16 names, something like that. Honestly, people know what he trades. You trade one name. Me today here, 4 or 5 names. Many different styles, many different ways to trade, man.
The chat is going off. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no.
Obi, I'm just doing that because I know, you know, that you've sort of accomplished a lot. So, okay, right here, look at Nvidia right now. We just had a size bid there, and I didn't want to interrupt too much, but there it is right there. There's 50,000, or it was 80,000 shares on the bid. It just got eaten up. So there's a lot of liquidity here in all of these names, man. So there it is right now. Yeah, I do kind of feel like a proud, not that Obi's, you know, just proud because we've seen Obi do this for a while.
You got to remember, Sean and Neil are one of my best mentors. When I sit here, sitting beside experienced traders, I am learning a lot. And every trader is, like you say, very different in their trade style. So I'm always looking like, all right, I have a style as well. How can I learn and kind of piece together some of the things that really I vibe with and bring that into my trading as well, right? And no, it's been definitely an experience, an honor, being mentored by, again, this great traders around me here on the floor. I was just like, sorry, I'm getting distracted with this 183 coming back in pretty heavily. Yeah, no. Okay, so all right. So I was looking for a VWAP bounce there, or an anchor. I guess no, it's both anchored and VWAP at that 123 and some change. And that tape was coming in right aggressive. I'm like, all right, do I get short once again for the breakdown of VWAP? And it already goes like 40 pennies. Not in the money, I'm not in the position, but it goes 40 pennies slicing through that 183 bid down to 182.60s as soon as I see that. But yeah, no, you're right. I can never have enough experience, and I'm always, I guess, thirsting for more, and that's part of the journey, right? I gotta be hungry, stay hungry. Forever, ever.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes traders great is that thirst and that need to get better, and I'm just glad to be sitting with you and that you're talking like that, because that's the right way to talk, in my opinion. Only 4 minutes left. I'm expecting that we still got some theories of Elliott wave happening right now. So we'll talk about that here. We don't have that on our charts, but it is something that you guys can chart, and we will get that with the professor and Adara momentarily. There it goes, man. Tesla. We were long early on this name, short late, and both of them. The longs were fine. We were actually up when we were long, but unfortunately now we're going to get hit as we start to go short again. And it's fine. We'll now regroup on Tesla. We talked about shorting it into VWAP. It just broke that. So, hey, look, man, we will slap the fails. That's why I'm glad that you're showing traders how to trade here today. But right now, Tesla, we tried it. We tried to fade these moves. I mean, look at the market. We talked about, remember when Tesla was down like 1% and a bit, and I was like, oh man, yeah, we gotta short the weak names right there. Now Tesla's flat and the market is weaker. So that theory blows up in my face pretty good right there. But yeah, that's trading for you as we keep talking about it. We emptied out a lot of our Nvidia trade at the high of the day. So obviously we're going to continue to do that as the market gets lower. Thinking about reloading Apple as well down here. It's been relatively, I mean, it was really eventful early. We've really just made our most trades, of course, on Tesla, positive on Nvidia, and then unfortunately this long Chevron. We're going to get, I mean, I feel like every pop-up we should just be getting out because this name is not, when it's not trading the way that it should be on news, like, we had thought that this could blast higher and it did. It's basically cut in half, man. This was up 120, 130% up here at $657. Now you're back down to $450 again. And this is just looking like it wants to go lower. So again, our break is this bottom piece. Without any buyers, names can't go higher. So with no buyer.
I like that.
I just kind of thought about that right now. With no buyer can't go higher.
Boom. Here we go.
Okay. I like that one. I'll probably use that one.
No, definitely. I might use that one as well. I like that. Yeah, no, I was thinking about how many people. Oh, offer on the ask, right there. Okay, never mind. I'm done with this for now. How many people do you know named Elliot?
I know a couple kids. Yeah. The thing is,
all right. Because I'm like, whenever I hear the name Elliot, I get reminded of. Do you ever watch Elliot Moose?
No.
Like, I don't know. That name is like a core childhood memory. I don't know.
What is
in
that?
The chat? Let me know if you guys grew up watching Elliot Moose. That was a vibe. I think it might have been. You remember TVO Kids?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think it used to come on.
Yeah, but you don't know today's special or anything like that, or polka dot door.
Oh, polka dot shorts.
There's shorts of it.
No, not shorts. Like that used to be the song.
No. I'm talking about polka dot door.
Polka dot door.
Forget it.
No. What was it? No, there was a.
No. We're talking about something completely different. I have no idea what polka dot shorts means.
Oh.
When you said shorts, I thought like YouTube shorts. All right.
What was this called? No, that was the show. Polka dot shorts was the show. Yeah, never mind. I used to watch that. Yeah, never mind.
We're back short here on Tesla, and we'll figure out exactly what polka dot door or short is all about.
I'm sure if you see a picture of it, you may or may not remember.
So there goes Longevron. We actually, because we averaged in, we still have a piece left. We're going to slap a fail on Longevron because that did fail. And again, it's not like our cup of tea, so it's not like we lost a bunch of money on it, but it is a red name for us. Their Tesla's finally starting to pull back. Good trade there on Nvidia, and it looks like Apple's pulled right back in. I'd love to tell everybody what's for lunch, but we don't have that yet. So there's Polkaroo.
That's that show, Polkaroo.
Yeah.
The show was called Polka Dot Shorts. So,
but not for 94. I was watching it. That must be a new one.
Maybe.
There is an older.
I think that might have ended there. 1990.
Yeah. 1994.
Mr. Who?
No, I mean.
Mr. Blob. Oh, the little blob that like runs around on that show, or is that the name of a different show?
Polka dot shorts.
Polka dot shorts. Speaking of shorts,
like
this AMD continues to go lower with the market here.
We used to have a Polkaroo thing hitting for us right now.
Yo, Polkaroo was a G, man.
It must be a Canadian.
Bibbles, yes, Michael MB. Bibbles was that little thing that used to run around. Now I'm getting memories.
It's funny because last week the show was Obi and Neil, probably great show there. Today, Obi and myself, we had Obi and myself on Monday, but Neil is back at 2 p.m. So good trading today. Obi, thank you so much for joining the crew one more time, as you're obviously part of the crew as well. So let's now throw it over. Good day today. Thank you so much. Thanks, Bears vs. Bulls, and everybody for watching. Thanks, Obi. They're waiting for us. Thanks, Ramin. Thanks, Fabian. Great show today. Great on the switching and everything. Let's go. It's Midday Madness. Thanks, guys. We'll see you at 2.
See you guys.
Yes. What is up, beautiful people? Welcome.